mysterious little discoveries about what was going on underneath the surface of everything here, and you got sent on a mission where you ended up fighting a bunch of really terrible things on top of a narrow spit. But you managed to pretty much crush that because everyone who was going into melee turned large, and none of the creatures could grapple anything that was large. Which you didn't know, but was very funny from my perspective.
You're like, well, okay.
Sometimes you get murdered by the enemies, and sometimes you murder the enemies.
Yeah.
It's fine. You did find some gold and a nifty little amulet on the one guy. Those are weird snake tentacle monsters, so they didn't really have anything. And yeah, the passage continues on to the west.
Alright.
Did we actually loot the person at the end of the session last time? I guess I just didn't write that down.
Somebody
I-
did,
Until
and
after
Yeah.
combat to loot things this time.
Yeah.
Yes, because I handed Grandma Glimmer something that I took off the body.
Hmm.
it was an amulet, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see it.
Yeah,
Yep.
because Glimmer actually cast Identify too.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's an amulet. It was an amulet of proof against detection and location. So how you divvy that up is up to you guys.
I think I remember you saying, like, up this way, it was really, really steep, the way that it seemed like we needed to go.
Yeah, you're basically going to keep going west, but you can see ahead of you the road sort of goes west, but it starts to curl up around, and it starts to do some switchbacks up above you.
Okay.
So it's curling back around to the east above you, but like there's this whole cut here. There's like a major waterfall just up to the north. It's coming down. This is coming up, and it's switching back on the other side of the waterfall.
Okay.
Don't go
It's not
chasing.
much of a waterfall right now, but you can see the size of the chasm. You can imagine that during some seasons, it's a lot more water coming down.
Right. Oh yeah, Torque did guide up. Cool. Was anybody doing anything? Like, I know you sat and did an identify for a minute or
Right.
two while Torque was coming back up and stuff, but
Yeah, that's where I thought we kind of ended it, was at that point.
There's about 10 minutes past the end of combat. The ritual casting.
So any shots on magic effects will have worn off.
Most of that, but like I think Wild Shape lasts at least
an hour. Yeah.
No, I meant things like the enlarge and such will have.
Mm-hmm.
Cease just reminded me, I do have to make a series of quick announcements.
Oh.
We had some discussions last week that the body horror stuff was a bit much for Cease, so we're making some changes to where everything is going. So we're in the foundational, Session 0 document. I said one of the major types of enemies you might be facing would be Delkir.
Mm-hmm.
That's all body horror stuff. They're like, the human body is our canvas to paint with kind of people. So it's very Hellraiser kind of stuff, but more artistic even. It would get gross. It would get gross by the top of the mountain here if we kept going that way. So we're wiping that out. Every time you've heard Delkir in the past in this campaign, I actually said demon.
Ah. Okay.
So there's some influence of a demon lord that you've heard of.
So what were the things that were chasing you then instead?
They were still Dolgrims.
Oh, okay.
It's
They just would not be
demon
connected to
lords.
Delkir.
Okay.
I need to walk away a second, but I'll still be able to hear.
So it shouldn't change anything. I already had most of this written out as demons anyway, before I decided to switch over to Delkir, so everything was already laid out to switch it back. So that's all it really needs to be, is just, we're not doing Delkir, we're doing demons. But that's also much farther down the line anyway, so there's only been a couple of hints, it shouldn't be much of a difference. Everything else still remains valid. Anybody have any questions about that?
Nope, good to know.
No. always happy to facilitate what people are comfortable with.
Yeah, like Cease was saying that she could close her eyes or not listen to stuff, and I was like, that's not going to work for me. This has to be a comfortable place for everybody. We can do different types of horror.
I'm okay with that.
And you get some hints of that at the top of the mountain. Oh my god, my cat will not shut up.
Meow.
So will you be continuing up the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
I have 0 survival skill, so I'm not making that decision.
Well, yeah, the person who would probably be leading is briefly stepped away for a moment, so...
Yeah, at this point, there really isn't much of a trail. Like, up until this point, there was basically like one ledge you were following, and there's this one spin across the chasm, so there was nowhere else really to go. But yeah, we should probably do a survival check here to make sure you can find the path rather
I'm
than...
back. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Ugh,
Just make sure you don't
okay.
take a really terrible route that makes things much more difficult than it has to be.
Yeah.
I
Just
will.
go straight up the cliff. It's perfect.
Yeah, it makes sense for a lion. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast guidance on you.
Okay, that's an extra +4.
D4.
D4. Right, that's what I meant. All right.
It's not too hard. It's falling apart, but there is traces of the trail here, so...
That's a total of 19. Hey.
12 was the DC, so that's fine. Yeah, you can see where the trail used to be, at least. There's little bits of you can see some carved out stairs a little further down and things like that, so it's pretty clear which way you should be going. Though the footing is definitely not as good as it should have been.
Cool.
This was probably a busy route, 500 years ago, when the monastery was first built or something like that, but it's clearly hasn't been used in centuries and not maintained.
All right. So basically, you guys see me sniff around a little bit, look around, and then I'm like, "Arr!" and then I start going on what looks like the old trail.
It does curve around and starts climbing up. It does a few little switchbacks, and it's fairly steep. It's almost like climbing a staircase at that point, more than following a trail. But you can see traces nailed into the wall where there were clearly metal rings or something like that were meant to make this less treacherous, but those have also equally clearly rusted completely away by this point. So it is a little disconcerting because it's only about 5 feet wide, but it's wide enough for anyone to travel easily. It is difficult for Arlie as a size large creature. You can do it, but I'm going to make you go with a dex check if you want to keep going as a giant lion.
A dexterity, I can't just strength my way through it.
You're trying to not fall off a cliff, so no.
Yeah, grip with my claws.
You have seen Lion King.
Hey, he hung on until he was thrown off. Let's see, what is that? That's a +2.
Hell yeah, hang on.
That is better. We're gonna go once. Okay. 9 + 2, so an 11.
DC was 10. It was not particularly hard, but there is a chance that you'd slip and fall.
Yeah. I was like, wait, do I still have guidance? Yeah.
Nah, it's a one-time thing.
Cool.
If he'd said you have guidance, then you could have had
Again,
it, but
yeah.
This is why I enjoy Baldur's Gate 3, where they automatically, if you have it toggled on, it's always there.
Mm-hmm.
well, they're also toying with making it a reaction to a failed check, which I thought was a really good idea. I don't know why they
I
would work
loved
on
that in the UA. That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
So you don't need to just remember to say it every 3 seconds. Yeah.
Because you do come around the edge of the peak a little bit, and you're now moving mostly eastward, but it's still switchbacking up fairly extensively. And the path ahead looks way worse than anything you've seen before. It's almost vertical from where you are there. Like, this looks fairly flat, but it's climbing like 80 feet in this distance. So it's not quite a sheer cliff, but it's a pretty steep cliff with, and you can see the path weaves back and forth along it, mostly like as a staircase rather than a proper path. There are sections that are completely washed out. Anywhere where you see that there's not obvious pathway, like right in front of you at the base there. I don't know why you're way up there.
I was about to ask, why am I all the way up there? Have you automatically pre-assumed that I'm going to just be sneaking in on my own?
He wandered off again.
You went ahead and you fell. I'm so sorry.
But like right in front of you, so where's the color?
So the overgrowth in front of us isn't
That-
tree coverage, it's actual, like, overgrowth.
There's like straggly bushes, but they're about 10 feet below where the path is. The path has clearly been washed away in a landslide.
Okay.
So it's not impossible to traverse, but it doesn't look like good footing, and like the bushes are going to be difficult to move through.
Okay.
And like it's about another 10 feet to climb back up on the far side.
So, like, we want to try and stay on the brown part of the path, yeah? That's the idea?
That like the pathway is traversable as a staircase where you can see it, but like the area in between the big loop up here, it's like this area, all this, that's pretty much a sheer cliff. If you wanted to try and climb it hand over hand, you could. It's probably not particularly difficult, but you wouldn't have to make a check to follow the staircase up.
Oh.
But there's like this here is like a 5-foot gap. There's another couple 5-foot gaps here, and this whole section here is basically again missing, and that's actually got a whole bunch of snow across it. So it's another steep scree slide basically.
Okay, so, like, the path goes, like, this way up, not down this way? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's also cliff.
Okay.
So like you can straight up climb the cliff if you want to.
Right.
Like you
No,
don't
I
have
was
to
just
go
trying
the long
to-
way around.
Mm-hmm.
But to go from where you are to the next section of hang. You have to not to draw. If you want to go
Yes.
from down there up to straight here just by following that cliff face, you can do that, but it's about a 50-foot climb.
Okay.
So that would be
That's-
what, like 2 or 3 athletics checks, and falling could be bad. But it might also be faster, so
I'm not worried
There is
about
not climbing.
Does anybody
Huh?
have any rope?
I do, but it's inside me now.
Oh, that doesn't help me. Keep your insides on your insides. So, Lyra's just gonna say this. She goes, if anyone has any rope, I'll climb that. And I point at the cliff. How much rope?
It's just, I believe a standard rope is 60 foot.
I think a standard rope's 100 feet, or it's either 50 or 100.
Oh, actually,
I just have a rope.
Oh,
Yeah, the 2024 version does not have a length associated with it. It
I
literally
think
that-
2014
not.
was 50.
it was 50 in 2014, but the new item is just called rope instead of 50 feet of rope, and has no length in the
It
description.
can be whatever size you need. It grows.
It's
You don't have extendo
900 feet.
Infinite length ropes.
Excuse me, I have infinity rope and it still weighs 5 pounds.
Yes.
It's Mr. Rope-tastic from Fantastic Four.
So,
Oh my goodness.
DM,
Yep.
just for confirmation, how much rope would Torque have, and would it be enough for people to be able to climb up using the rope if I got it up to the top and tied it off?
It'd be 50 feet of rope. You could tie it up with about 5 feet of rope at the top.
Okay.
I
So
also
that
have,
would be 45 feet, and like I said, it was 50 feet, so that means you're just having to grab like head height to pull yourself up onto the first bit of it.
Okay. So I extend the offer to make the climb.
I hand you my rope and say nothing.
I'm sorry, dear, but I will not be climbing.
Even with a rope? If I pull you up?
Oh. Right. I could do that, but I don't have the capacity to do any of the pulling up myself.
Oh
I
no, we'll
give
just
you,
tie it around
like-
your waist and hoist you. It'll be fine.
I'm giving you a credulous cat face.
I shrug. I've got the rope around my body,
Mm-hmm.
and I am climbing the cliff face.
Good luck, and your first athletics check gets guidance.
Just waiting on the DM. He looks like he's looking stuff up.
I'm just getting one thing prepped.
As soon as you
The
get
one
to
thing
the
I
top,
forgot to
fireball.
no, it's the one thing I forgot to do as I was adjusting everything for the new stuff.
Put in the traps.
For people climbing up, if you're doing an athletics check, I can either assist by giving them a boost, because I have proficiency in athletics, or I will assist by tying them off properly using sleight of hand, which I also have proficiency in.
For
Got
what
it.
it's worth, the unless you're just giving the direct help action, you can't give the like help on a skill check. That's different.
I know, but I was just saying, like, I have proficiency. Like, I do have proficiency straight in athletics, but I also have, like, just to see if I can help give advantage to Lyra.
At least the first one, maybe, but subsequent.
Yeah, you
ones,
can
probably
like
not.
give suggestions as to where to grab onto to haul herself up.
Mhm.
It might be difficult if she tries to climb a rope as a lion. Did you leave
Well,
wild shape?
I'm not going up right now.
I'm going up, and I'm gonna go up to tie off the rope.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that other people
yeah.
can
So if
climb
Lyra
up.
is doing that, then yeah, you can give her suggestions as to what to do and
Okay.
like where to put her feet and stuff like that. That's fine.
All right, I'll give advantage then.
Okay. So, athletics, correct?
Athletics with advantage and guidance. Time to make up for all those terrible rolls last
Let's
week.
see if it actually rolls with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does not roll with advantage.
Ugh,
Even after I marked it with advantage, that's a nat 20.
that's been happening a lot.
So, first one is a nat 20.
25.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to look up if there's a
Sure.
change with a rope.
Not that
Oh.
it matters, but plus guidance.
Right. I haven't used it yet, so I'll use it on the next one, right? I haven't used it. Should
You
still
get
be
to
there.
choose, or is
I
it
don't know.
I
automatically
think
the
it's
next one?
automatically on the next skill
That's
check,
a-
I believe.
It's a good thing for us to know, though, for the future.
Yeah.
I don't see where
Actually-
it says DCs.
It's not even. I don't know if they changed the language of this, but it's not just on the next skill check.
Any.
I touch the willing creature and choose a skill. Until the spell ends, the creature adds a d4 to any of the ability checks using the skill. So I'm going to athletics for the next minute.
Nice.
Next minute. Oh, that's a much better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know if they
basically-
changed that or not. That's good.
Yeah.
Andis, what
Yeah.
did you say you couldn't find?
The DCs for climbing with a rope.
I'm not
Uh,
using a rope yet. So
She's
you're
just
just climbing
climbing
straight?
free.
I'm just
Okay.
climbing.
Straight climbing, then the DC is 15.
Okay, well, there's
She's rolled
25.
25 and she hasn't even rolled guidance yet, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that puts you 15 feet up. We'll just do this as 3 checks. I'm not going to make you roll for the extra 5 feet at the far end.
Ruby. Alright, next one. It's another nat 20.
Yay.
You have
With
now used all of your
advantage.
good rolls.
No,
This makes
this
up for the
rolled
one
the
night
most
where you
that-
couldn't hit anything.
Yeah,
Well,
this
just
is
wait until we
making
get
up for
into
last week.
combat.
This is just
No!
making up for
Do
last
not
week.
jinx my dice!
They were already cursed.
So that's 17.
Plus a
and
bunch.
then-
The DC's
That was
15.
3.
Yeah, and then the d4. There you go. There's my one bad
Yay.
I mean, technically, you did do all of those with advantage if you want to burn a couple of crap dice now.
roll. It's fine. Do I need to do a check to tie it off?
gonna say you can either give me a sleight of hand check to tie it off at just wherever you want to, or you can give me an investigation check to find something that would be a good support that would be trivial to tie it off to.
This all just sucks. I didn't think this part through.
These are all things I have really good rolls in.
Congratulations, you didn't go.
Mhm.
I realize this in hindsight.
You're very good at climbing the cliff.
I made it up.
Yep, you did the thing.
So, I guess we're gonna go with sleight of hand, because investigation I have a -1. And sleight of hand, it's just no bonus.
Alright.
So, I'll take the lack
Probably
of penalty.
better.
In which you do not get guidance here.
I know.
Mhm.
It's okay. Sleight of hand with a 12.
12 is the DC.
Oh.
So, yeah, you do
Let's
find
go.
a bit of like there's a spot there's like a crack in the rock, which is you can just like yank the rope into that wedge it pretty well.
Tie big
And
knot.
then-
Huh.
Tie a big knot and it won't come back through. So yeah.
All right. Yep. So I do that, and I get over to the edge of the cliff, and I holler, like coming down, and I toss the rope down.
Was this my rope or Torque's rope that you used?
Whoever handed me the rope.
That'd be me then.
They both handed me. You both handed me rope.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure it out when you get up here. There is now a rope hanging off the cliff.
I'll like start to wrap it around, and I snap at Virgil and point at the rope.
Like an expert in bondage, I'm going to completely tie up Grandma Glimmer very safely in this rope that she cannot fall out.
Mhm.
In like a harness.
Yeah, I was gonna say you make a little harness out of it.
It is literally a harness, yes. I don't know if you want me to do a roll for that or... There is actually a thing in the rope about tying someone up in the description.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I think that. Well, it
Well,
probably.
I know there is for us like restraining someone.
Yes.
I guess I choose to fail. Like,
Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, I basically like make like a harness chair out of it, so she can just be pulled straight up. The one downside though is obviously, as you're pulling up, you can't stop a rope from swinging, so she's gonna just keep getting bashed into the side of the cliff.
Stick your legs out.
No,
A little
she's
walk.
just gonna walk her feet.
True.
It's fine. But I don't know that that's done.
I will with the. I think I still have this. Yes, I do. The message cantrip. Okay, I'm ready.
What strength check am I using to pull up Grandma Glimmer, and how much does Grandma Glimmer weigh?
First question is how much does she weigh and whether you can pull it.
I weigh 100 pounds.
Including your equipment.
With my equipment,
Not that you have
Wait.
much at this point, but.
160.
So is your lift capacity higher than that?
How do I determine
Zero?
lift capacity?
I was
It should
going
be
to
under your
say,
encumbrance tab.
my strength is 10, and I have a
Here.
lift of 300 pounds, so...
I mean, my strength is 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be more than enough. Your strength character, I was not expecting this to be a problem.
I didn't think it would be. I'm like, I don't know where to check for that. I pick
You
things up
click
and
on
put
the-
them down.
If you click on the weight carried, it pulls up the whole encumbrance thing.
Oh, under inventory. Got it.
Yeah.
Push, drag, or lift 480 pounds.
Nice.
I think we're good.
You could
Yeah, it's not
lift
a
a
problem.
lion.
Probably. Do I need to do a check or anything for pulling her up?
No, like it's within your lift capacity, so it's fine.
Groovy.
Okay, I will move myself up here.
I will, when you start though, I will need everybody to roll initiative.
Or when
Wait,
you start pulling
Do
her
I
up.
get up there or yet?
No,
or...
when you start climbing.
Ah. At the beginning of the climb. Awesome.
Love this for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're a spellcaster. You can just your arms are free. I didn't bind you in. You do not have to keep your hands inside the ride at all times.
Not...
Out of curiosity, because I can't see the player end of this, do you guys see the mobs being thrown into the combat tracker?
No, we
No.
don't see them until you make the icons visible.
That's what I was curious about.
Yep.
That's a 12. It's actually a 13 for me because mine has +1 more than me.
That becomes double negatives. Okay. You guys hear some shouting from above, and Lyra is going to get shot at.
Oh.
Sorry, Lyra's not here. There's not a
Lyra,
Lyra in the
sorry.
party.
Can we see what's shooting her?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab the image.
No, you're not up here.
No, I mean, like, because it's technically they're shooting down on you.
We don't know if they're shooting down on me. They could be
I
shooting
mean-
up at me from the side. Who knows? We don't know.
I mean, I can see one on the map.
Great.
They're shooting down on you.
Weird, like, washed out looking guy. He looks pretty short, and somebody's got a nasty spear, but the spear is on his back right now. He's holding a light crossbow.
Hmm.
Does anyone here speak Dwarvish?
No. I picked no much.
Nope.
Negativo.
Not for another
Yeah, no one-
11 minutes.
You have no idea what he's shouting, but it sounds angry.
Hmm.
Where's the stat block? Yeah, I'm dropped it behind that. Should be fun. Ignore the connections rules. Yeah, AC 12, that's going to be a mess. And that's his turn. Virgil, it's your turn.
Okay, so I am miles away from this guy. So
Glimmer is currently hooked up.
Mhm.
You could try to scramble past her and grab the rope.
That whole gap between where Lyra is and where we are is the cliff face that the rope is going up, correct?
Yeah.
And
If you wanted anything that was not cliff, you'd have to cross the small ditch of scraggly brush to the north.
okay,
Otherwise
and
it's cliff.
if you don't have a climb speed, it's what, half your movement? Current movement? It's half your movement. Well, this is neither use nor ornament for me. This does not let me make use of assassinate. Can I see the guy that shot from all the way down here?
I would say yes. He's right at the edge of that cliff at the top. He's not really trying to hide at this point. So he does have a shot down at you guys too, but he's focusing on Lyra.
Is there anything else within the range?
That you can see right now? No.
No. Or is it just one angry dude?
One angry dude, but he was shouting at somebody.
Okay.
Might have been you. Might not have been.
In that case, I'm going to hate this because once again I can't make use of assassinate. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 into the underbush because there's the pathway. You said that this undergrowth leads into a pathway there, right?
Wait, hold on. It does, but it's like scraggly. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's brush over
Difficult
growth.
terrain.
It's like a brush over loose gravel, so like, and it's on an angle, so it's difficult footing the entire way across.
Okay.
Difficult terrain, and yeah, so it's difficult to get across. It's not impossible, but you're taking a circuitous route.
Knowing that now.
I mean, you would have known that, so if that's not what you would choose in the situation, you can take it back.
It's just I can go 15 feet up the rope and double dash and get 45 feet up the rope, but I'm still up the rope at the end of my turn, and that's feels like a major faux pas.
Yeah, I would assume you'd have to make some checks doing that, and they'd be harder if you're trying to do it fast. I'm assuming anyway.
No,
Okay.
Climbing a rope is like if he's climbing the rope, it's a DC 10. That's what I'm going to say because it's a pretty basic.
Even if
DC.
you're like dashing up the rope?
Yeah, that wouldn't make it harder. He's got to use his resources to do the dash
Interesting.
anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but it puts me out at... Once you get to this actual path, is that like a solid stairwell footing at that point?
As far as you can tell from where you are, it looks like it's solid all the way up until this gap here, which is just like 5 or 10 feet. It looks like it should be jumpable, and there's a couple other gaps here which are not. It's more like everything is crumbled away up here, so.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Again, it looks easily hoppable.
In that case, I am going to... How much coverage do you get in this undergrowth? Or do you get any?
You won't get a lot of cover from the undergrowth. It's pretty like short heather type stuff.
So
it's
there's
enough
no
to get in the way with your knees. It's like knee deep.
So there's no way of hiding. Okay.
No, but these bigger things here, these are trees.
Okay.
So
in that
this
case,
blocks line of sight from the guys up at the top.
Right, so if I go 5, if I dash, so 30 is 60. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I get to here, can I hide behind that tree where I am now?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that then. And give you
Okay.
a start. 17.
It's good. Anything higher with the new rules is 15 is a hide. DC
Okay,
15.
right, well, yeah, so I've used one of either my action or my bonus action to dash and the other one to hide.
Sure.
Okay, that's my turn.
That's
One day I will actually get to use Assassinate properly.
more angry yelling, and they're just going to get shot at again. That's an AC of 13. Leroy, give me a perception check. Everyone else is too far away. Okay, you don't
I am
notice anything.
so worried about Grandma Glimmer right now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Absolutely concerned because she's hanging off the end of the rope.
More angry shouting. These guys were further back from the edge. They weren't hiding right on the edge, which is why nobody had a chance to see them. They were just out of line of sight entirely. Yeah, layering F. Oops, that was... Yeah, okay, that's fine. AC 12. These guys don't seem to be terribly good shots. And that brings us to Del.
Alright. I'm going
Strange.
to... Yeah?
Doing strange lion things.
Yes. I am going to dash to there. Hold on. Boy. Alright, right. Nope. That's... Sorry, I'm measuring and then trying to remember the exact spot I measured to. Alright. Select. Because my movement's 50, so 100 and a half for difficult terrain. That's me 50.
Yep.
Long way.
There's small thorns in this heather. It's really uncomfortable. But it's not doing damage. It's just unhappy.
Annoying. Yep. And yeah, that's it for this round for me.
Guess what? More yelling. Still can only really see Lyra, so. Wow, AC 7.
Keep that up.
It's probably a good thing you sent up Lyra first.
As
Where'd my combat tracker?
I say, Torque or Glimmer, they'd be down already.
Yeah, it's Torque's turn next.
Guess what? More yelling. So I'm going to rage.
Yay. And then leap up the cliff. That would be amazing.
I wish. Hey, if we were
Just
level
fly,
10, I
smash
could.
his fingers into the cliff.
If we were level 10, I could chuck someone up the cliff.
In fairness, with him doubling in size, that cliff is a lot less of a climb for him, proportionally.
Oh, a little bit less.
By the time we're level 10, we won't need roads.
Somebody shot
I'm
at
at
us
level
with an
10.
engine door.
They were just size and cast Fireball.
And I suppose for my action, I will dash as I climb up. That's it for me.
Wait, you're climbing up or running up the path?
Oh, is that the path right there?
That's the path. Yeah,
Ah.
climbing was the other way.
Oh, well,
we're
then-
running up the
Climbing would be
overgrown
going
path.
straight east.
Well, then I am
Wrong one.
following the cat.
Rope's sort of going like that with the blue line.
Yeah, if you were running up the cliff, you would be going like that. If you're running up the path, you're following me.
No, yep, I'm following the cat.
Okay.
That's it for me.
And Lyra's turn.
Where's get that far with difficult terrain?
Okay. Is it so? I'm trying to figure out to get Grandma Glimmer up. What? I'm assuming it's my action to pull her
It
up.
would be a use an object action kind of thing. So you would take your action, but you could haul her up. Let's say 30 feet. Your lift capacity is pretty high.
Yeah.
Or if she's close to the bottom, you can just let go and do other things.
I don't even think I've started lifting her up yet. I think she's just attached at the bottom.
He's literally sat in a swing.
Yeah.
Mm.
You got her tied up, and at the moment that they noticed that you were busy and not looking at them, they started shooting at you.
So
I just love the idea.
here's where I'm at, my train of thought. Because I wanted to cast something, but I also want to pull Grandma Glimmer up. And I'm assuming I can't do both.
It would be an action either way, so you're picking which is your action.
Unless it's a bonus action spell.
Plus, it's
Yeah.
a bonus action
Yeah.
cast.
Bonus action spell would work.
It is not. Oh, it
I
is a
don't think-
bonus action. Yes. Yes. So I cast Shield of Faith on myself to boost my AC by 2. So I don't want to risk dropping Grandma Glimmer. And then I use my action to pull Grandma Glimmer up 30 feet.
Sure.
I'm just imagining, like, when she gets to the top, they're wondering what she's pulling on this rope, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, surprise! It's like those old World War II videos where you see them pulling artillery cannon up the side of a cliff face.
That'll be the round that Grandma Glimmer holds an action.
Do you have anything else?
Nope, that will end my turn.
One more guy who rolled even worse than you did for initiative.
Wow.
No, he rolled the same, unfortunately.
Oh, the same? Whatever. He's still gonna shoot you. Ah! Sorry, I clicked and... Yeah, that's better. AC 12.
Nope.
Rolled an 18 the first time. Well, it would have been 22.
Excuse me.
You can give me another perception check, Lyra.
I'm a little bit more aware that stuff is whizzing past my head, but I'm still really focused on getting Grandma Glimmer up, and I do not want to drop her.
That's fair. We're at the top of the round again, so the first guy's going to take another shot. Great rolls, AC 11. Virgil, your turn.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, dash 5, 10, 15 gets me to the end of the path. I'll dash again and start going full distance. So 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's my turn.
Okay. Orange is going to shoot. Wow. AC 6. Not only is Lyra a beast, these guys are terrible shots. What is that? Oh. Another shot from another guy, AC 9. Definitely a miss. That brings us to Del.
Alright. I use 30 feet of movement to get there. Use more movement, dash there. And I can use my, if I move 10 feet, I can jump 25 feet ability. It doesn't say it takes an action or anything.
Sure.
So then I can jump to there. And that's my turn.
That is some brilliant movement. Well done.
Okay, well, that Darrow noticed a big giant goddamn lion charging up.
Rawr! I'm roaring too.
Hang on, what did you call it?
Giant lion?
No, the name of the dwarven things.
You'll find out later.
Yeah.
You just said it, I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Well, but you didn't hear it, so.
I just for a second I thought he said Daryl, and I was like, whoa,
No.
Ali's husband's finally playing with us.
AC 8.
AC 8
Sure,
for
that's a
me?
miss. Yes.
No. Yeah, that's a miss.
These guys have been rolling terribly, so.
So that's why Caesar's dice from last week went.
It's been a good transition.
Yeah. You've got his dice from week 1 that just kept critting everybody.
Not quite, but almost.
Torque is up next.
All right. I'm gonna use my action to dash, letting me get to there, and my bonus action to keep my rage up, and that'll be it for me.
Glimmer. If you want to climb, you've got 15 feet left to go.
And is that just my movement, or would that take an action?
It's movement, but it's also a DC 10 check. Athletics.
Okay, but I'd still have my action available to do?
Yep.
Okay. Sure, hold on. Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Guidance yourself.
I could, but that would eat my action.
Oh,
You
that's
can
true.
also
yeah.
hold an action, and I can pull you up the next round.
Well, the idea is more of you could use your action for something if I make it up there for just my movement, so...
I'm gonna
I'll
have
go-
to move to hit anybody.
It's okay. I'll risk it, because, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm in a harness, stuck where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. She's holding on to you.
Yeah. So, move. Nope, I'm not going anywhere.
You slip and smash your face in the.
You're trying to get grip on the cliff, but it's kind of icy and snowy. Starting
Yep.
to get in and out
And
here, so.
I just say, and I am going to launch a fireball at. not-
Fireball?
Firebolt. That's like the second week I've done that.
Yes.
At blue.
I tied you up very, very securely.
Yeah.
I think you just can't. It's like watching a turtle try and scramble.
A 19 to hit.
Yeah, AC is 13. It's just right leather armor.
Okay. 4 fire damage at that guy. And that will be my turn.
He shrieks. But he's definitely not down. That brings us to Lyra again.
I am pulling Glimmer up the cliff.
That is your action. Anything else?
Thank you, dear.
You do have movement.
Yeah, I'm like, I get her up and I'm like, you're good? You're good.
Yes, go.
And I just take off.
This whole scree section with the snow on it, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
say it's either difficult terrain and you're safe, or you can try and rush it, but there's going to be a check on that with athletics, or no, acrobatics to keep your balance. And if you fail, you're going to slide down to the lower level of the stairs.
Okay, so you're talking about this section up here, right?
All the way
Okay.
up to this point right here.
Great. Yeah.
DM has added snakes and
Um,
ladders.
I only have 30 feet of movement.
Wish I could say I built this map, but this is one that I got in the pre-made bundle, and it's just a really nice map.
It's okay. That's literally that's as far as I can go. I only have 30 feet of movement. So,
And that's it.
yeah, because I used my action to pull Grandma Glimmer up. That's it.
Yellow has a new target. He's going to take a pot shot at Grandma Glimmer. She's wearing robes and looks like he's your target. Ooh, AC 8.
Close. No.
Okay. Purple doesn't like that lion. He's at the top of the round again. Oof, AC 6. I have not rolled higher than like an 8 for these guys yet this entire thing. Dell, Glimmer,
Mhm.
and Lyra, you can all give me perception checks.
Okay. Okay. Nope.
Lyra's still not noticing anything.
I'm okay. If all of my bad rolls are in perception, as long as I can hit something, I don't care.
It's funny.
You have to find a thing to hit first.
The DC I said here was 10. The other two of you, you all notice that these guys at the top of the cliff are like squinting and trying to shield their eyes as they're trying to take shots with the light crossbows.
Ah. Cool.
Thank goodness.
So,
'cause it-
That's probably why they're missing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next? Virgil is next.
Okay, I'm going to move to here, and it puts me within short range short bow of Crimson.
Sure.
And because I've been hiding, it's going to go with advantage. $17 to hit.
That hits.
That's 7 plus 11 points of sneak attacks for 18 hit points.
We hit him right in the eye.
That's going to make his vision even harder for shooting.
Especially because he's now flying. He like falls right back off of
Okay.
back away from the cliff. He's definitely dead.
I'm going to bonus action dash to go. That's 10 feet of it. 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to try and hold to the end side because I know I'm about to have two people come charging past me.
And that's the end of your turn?
That's my turn. Yeah, sorry. I yield my time.
Orange cries out in horror as he sees his friend die, and takes a shot at Lyra. Because it's funny. Almost AC 22. Nope, AC 13. Oh, yeah, who's gonna shoot pad? Now let's split it around. Let's go through the... Okay, that's a nat 1.
Wow.
Close.
Yeah.
Sun got it in his eyes. That brings us to Delian.
All right.
Real quick, Phil just told me I got attacked. I had audio playing somewhere and I couldn't figure out where it was. Got that under
Awesome.
control. Did I take damage?
No. It's amazing.
The DM can't hit anything tonight.
They're
Can
rolling
I?
with disadvantage, and they're rolling below 10 on one of the dice every single time.
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you guys, and all of a sudden I hear an Australian voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the? Where's
What's
that?
happening?
That's not one of my people.
That's awesome. Can I see purple from where I am?
Yeah, they've got a line of sight on you, and you've got a line of sight on them.
Awesome. I'm going to cast Starry Wisp at him then.
Okay.
What does that look like coming from your lion form?
Oh, I like basically roar and like a star shoots out of my mouth at him.
Wild. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love
19
that.
to hit.
It's
That's
Kirby, basically.
Did that hit?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Their ACs are 13.
Ah, okay. So he takes 7 points of radiant damage, and he is... There's a secondary effect. Hold on. And he is emitting dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from invisible condition.
He hates that. Anything else?
I'm gonna move. Oh, hold on. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna run up here, do a jump again, and that's where I'm ending. More or less. Limmer's probably like, I've never seen a lion do that.
That one is the one that Virgil killed, so it brings us to Torque.
Torque is going to roar to maintain his rage, and then dash to there and be done.
This is going to be Torque angrily storming up a mountain
Yes.
and not fighting the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Glimmer,
up there, everything's dead.
Yep. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then I'm going to attack what is that? Blue again.
Okay.
Firebolt. Ooh, that one. And that'll be my turn.
And Lyra.
Alright, so snow is difficult terrain. I understand that. So I'm going to use my... I'm going to move and use... I guess it's my action also to move, is that right?
If
I don't
you
usually
double move.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't-
double.
A double move is using your action to do a dash move.
Yeah, I don't usually double move, so I'm trying to, like, remember what this is.
But he said something about you have to make acrobatics checks on that section.
If I rush
If she
it,
moves full speed. Like,
But
I
if
think
I
you can
move-
treat it either as difficult terrain, or you can take your time and it's fun.
Gotcha. Okay.
so... It starts, like, here. What in the world?
Yeah, right where the last step is.
Right there.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to draw that.
So... 20... So then I can go 15 more. No. 30.
You can go one more because that first you spent 20 to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you
My movement's 30. So stepping off would have been a half. Would have been the end of my 30. And then I could move 15. So I am right where I'm at. How high up are these guys from us?
From there, they're 30 feet up.
Fantastic. I would like to shoot at the same one that Grandma Glimmer's been shooting at.
Okay.
With my short bow. With a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And a whole 4 piercing damage.
He's got an arrow sticking out of his shoulder now, but he's still up.
And that's my turn. Trying to draw some attention off Glimmer.
His friend does not like that. He's going to shoot at you.
AC 21.
Yeah, I think I'd have to roll like a double 18 or something like that to hit you. No, that's an AC of 15.
I think that's your best roll yet.
That is my best roll yet, actually. Top of the round to the purple guy.
And he still wouldn't hit any of us.
Surrounded in dim light.
Oh no, wait, it wouldn't.
Not that it makes a difference, but it's funny to me.
He's scared of the lion, so he's going to shoot the lion.
I don't understand why.
You fired a star out of your mouth. AC 7. Nope.
Nope.
Did it look like you were hacking a hairball?
No,
Or
I
was it
said
more like a roar?
basically like I roared and a star shot out of my mouth.
Your ball is so much better.
We'll save that if you ever use like poison spray or something.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
See, I
never
would thought you'd like flick your tail up and use it like a cannon and just shoot it off the tail end.
I'm not a Voltron lion.
Virgil, it's your turn next.
Yeah, how high is the second cliff face that's here?
That cliff face, you're lower down because of that, so it's about 45 feet up there.
Perfect. In that case, I will double dash to get to the top.
You're going to have to give me some checks.
That's absolutely fine with me. How many do you
Double
want?
dash would be 2 checks.
Athletics?
Yeah, it's going to be athletics. It's going to be the same DC 15.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's a fail.
Then
Well.
your first attempt, you slide back down.
I will attempt I will use the second dash to try a second time. Well,
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
second time, so at least I can get halfway up. Nope, I'm going nowhere.
Wow.
Okay.
Good try.
I thought it will still probably be faster than me having to run all the way freaking around if I can just get up the side.
Yeah.
If you rolled high, it would have been.
Yes.
Yeah, I basically have to roll 13 twice.
Okay, orange guy is going to... I don't know who you'd shoot at. I'm going to roll a d4. Oh, he's going to shoot at Torque. Torque has not been attacking recklessly. Not that it matters. Oh my god, I rolled a double 19.
Wow.
AC 23.
Poor Torque.
So to the guy that has just been running.
He hasn't done anything.
Hasn't done shit to anybody.
Yeah. That's a hit.
I rolled minimum damage, 3 piercing.
So
Oh my god.
1? 1 point of damage.
That is hilarious.
Oh my
So
god.
is it like a mosquito bite for Torque? He's like, what the?
The thing is,
happened?
though, Torque's already pretty beat up from his like crazy jump off the last fight.
Yeah. Oh, I should have licked him. Oh well.
You can lick him after the
Yeah.
fight here.
Is that how you heal
Cure
people?
wounds. Yeah.
Blue is getting shot at by everybody, but Glimmer seems to be more of a threat since they're actually hitting. AC 20.
Hold on. Do I wanna? Yeah, fuck it. That's fine.
Big damage, 5.
Woo!
Quarter of my
And-
health. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna need to call a quick pause. I have drunk too much and I am getting older. I will
No
be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm concerned that this is still not the big fight.
Which is why I haven't wanted to. I didn't necessarily want to spend the resource. Like I was thinking about doing silvery barbs to have him re-roll again, but
Mm-hmm.
My main concern for resources right now is what's left of Torque's health.
He'll be fine.
I
Okay.
literally looked at Syl and was like, I need to boost my AC because I don't want to accidentally drop Grandma Glimmer, but at the same time I need to get her up here.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do this? Because I'm like, I only have 2 spell slots.
Hmm.
It's only a few.
Lemmus, do you not have mage armor?
I have not cast it. I've just been running around with 11 AC.
Is it really a fight if Torque and Glimmer don't hit the ground?
It's true.
No, then it's just a scuffle.
Well,
Excuse me.
I mean,
we went one whole session without dying. Thank
No,
you.
no. He said hit the ground, not dying. He definitely hit the ground last session. He hit it from 40 feet above.
That's true.
I did not. Yeah.
He aggressively hit the ground.
Freaking Leroy off the side of a cliff just to land on some poor guy.
Hey, it was great. I love
It
that
was
movement.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right, don't tell them what the plan was.
Sorry about
I
that.
mean-
Next up on the list is Torque.
Oh wait, I didn't get my move. Go. That was my turn.
Oh, sorry, I advanced before I
Yep.
left. You're right.
Yep. It's
Del,
alright.
your turn.
It's a pretty easy one. I'm running around here. I'm gonna shoot that guy with the star. Rawr. Oh,
Using Glimmer's
19
cover.
to hit?
Yep.
Yay. That's 2 points of radiant damage. Purple is no longer 10 foot of dim light, but blue is dim light now.
Sorry to say he's still up.
And that's my turn.
Brings us to Torque.
We got a big ass cat running around machine gunning stars out of its mouth.
Orange panicked! And somehow it cleared his mind.
I'm going to use my action to dash to there, bonus action to maintain rage, and I'll be done.
That brings us to Glimmer.
Okay. So I'll move really quickly. 5, 10. Hold on.
I just realised I haven't been drinking Garros.
So it's 10, and I think I can get 2 more squares. Is difficult terrain just
It's double
effectively
movement, so it's
for every 5 feet I need to burn 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
every 1 foot of movement costs 2 feet.
Yep.
I think it's the way they phrase it.
1, 2. Because I don't trust my dice, I'm gonna make Ennis trust his dice, and blue can give me a wisdom saving throw. So I cast Toll the Dead.
Ooh.
Well, his wisdom is terrible.
DC 13.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, no damage. Excellent. Turn.
And that brings us to Lyra again.
check is it if I want to like go at normal speed across the ice?
Acrobatics. Because you're trying to keep from losing your balance.
Yeah, nope, never mind. I have 0 bonuses in that. I am not built for that. So I'm just gonna double move and be done.
One last guy in this turn. He doesn't know who wants to shoot at me. Then we'll roll a die. He doesn't like torque either for some reason.
Poor Torque.
I'm just doing like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the people that you can see from Lyra on down the line. It's just I rolled 2 4s in a row.
This is where he gets hit again.
Shoot
These
at the
guys
guy
are
just
clearly
trying to
not
get his
that
cardio
intelligent.
in.
AC 9, that's going to be a miss.
That's a miss.
And that brings us to the top of the round with purple. Who's not quite as confused and is definitely going to shoot Lyra. Double 16, AC 20. I think that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Thank God for Shield of Faith.
And that brings us to Virgil.
Okay, if you don't succeed at first, fail and fail again. Okay, that's 1 success.
You're halfway up.
Hey.
If this one fails, I'm burning. If this one, did you say the DC was last time?
15.
Okay, if I roll less than a 15, I will be burning a luck point. I will be burning a luck point. That's more like it, 16 arms to the top.
Yay!
Amazing.
I have gone from last to first. This is some Mario Kart Blue Shell stuff, right? Okay, that's used my action and my bonus action to make the dash, because that would have been 45 feet of movement up to 90.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay,
These boys are in trouble.
Orange spots you coming up over the cliff and doesn't like that there's somebody that close to him. Don't do that. Okay, he's definitely going to miss because I rolled a 2 and a 3. So AC 6 was the best. That's a miss. Blue Darrow. He's got bigger issues with liver.
I've only
We'll
hit
leave him down.
once.
I was
You've
gonna
hit him
say,
once.
I made him glow.
AC 13 for Glimmer.
Yep.
Six damage.
I'm
shoot.
sweaty.
Glimmer some robes.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Dell, it's your turn next.
I'll go with what I was planning to do. Step there. I lick Torque's hand. He's 9 points of healing. Okay. Jeez. And then I move up to here. That's it for me.
And Torque's up.
Alright, and bonus action to maintain rage.
Do you still have to burn a charge every time you do that, or is it just you can just
Just
use bonus?
Just a bonus action to maintain. Otherwise, I would have been out of charges like 4 turns ago.
Yeah.
And I am running, booking across this. So,
Okay.
need a...
That's an acrobatics check.
That's fine.
Were you hoping it was athletics?
Well, you actually get.
I get strength on
Yeah.
a bunch of my skills when I'm raging.
Oh,
If
22.
you wanted to climb, you get advantage on it. That's fine. Like, DC's 15,
Yeah.
so you're not slipping yet.
Then since... How high is this cliff to my right?
That's 30 feet high.
Okay, well, since I'm gonna just have my movement go towards the cliff instead of towards the left side.
Sure.
But that's it for me.
And Glimmer is up next.
Okay. I'm gonna have Blue give me another wisdom save. Same thing, Toll the Dead.
Best roll is a 9.
Alright, fail. So it hears the bell ringing, and it takes a whole 3 necrotic damage. I'm doing really good on that. And then
3 is enough.
Hey!
let's go.
He grabs his head and screams and falls off.
Yep.
Aw.
And then I can move here, and that'll be my turn.
No!
Do you want me to? I can move somewhere else, like.
No, you can move. It's fine.
Who's gonna lick you?
That was.
Oh no, that's fine then.
I can still lick you on the way.
Okay.
Drive-by licking.
Lyra's up next.
How high up is the cliff to my right?
30 feet.
So that'd be one movement.
It's
Correct.
half speed to climb, so. Unless you've got a climb speed, it's half your movement speed.
I don't think I have a climb speed. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna climb up the cliff and use double movement. Is it still 15? DC?
Yeah.
Apparently I'm really good at climbing.
That's your third nat 20 on athletics. What the?
Only on climbing! Nope. So I'm only halfway up.
You only need. You weren't double dashing. Did you need to make 2?
Yeah, because he said it's half movement, and it's 30 feet up, and my movement is 30.
Okay, I just made maybe make 2 checks on a 45. I thought it was only one check for 1 dash.
Give me a strength check.
19.
You manage to hold on so you don't slide down.
Yay!
Super grip. I am now hugging the side of this wall as flat as I can.
Yeah. The like foot rest you had literally slips out from underneath you. You're like hanging on with your hands, scrabbling for gripping it.
I'm like all but licking the wall. I'm that close.
I'm imagining like Wonder Woman climbing up the side of the thing, like you're here.
I was thinking Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 2, where he's for no reason whatsoever climbing that giant bit of rock.
No. You gotta go much older than that. Cliffhanger.
Oh.
Okay, next up is Yellow. He's going to take a shot at Lyra because she looks vulnerable.
Technically, since you're prone against the wall, so it's disadvantage. Oh, he's defense, Jamie.
Yeah.
His rolls are shit. It's not going to matter. That's a AC of 8.
Do you have super disadvantage? Is that a thing?
Technically, it's an option in the rolls. I don't know what would force it.
You're blind
Yeah.
and prone.
I was gonna say it is something you could do.
Purple's going to take a shot at Virgil. At the top of the round again. That's AC 8.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's Virgil's turn.
Alright, between me and them, is any of this considered difficult terrain? Or am I now in the...
No, it's snowy, but like, there's like a dusting of snow on the ground. It's enough to cover it, but it's not terrible to walk on.
bonus action dash to this guy and stab, stab, stab? Let's go. So, the arm blades come out. First one. Ooh, 11 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, that's a shame because it means I don't get Vex on my scimitar, I think.
These guys are only like 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah. with the scimitar. That hits 23.
Yep.
Just add 3 to this for 4 damage.
Woo!
I was really hoping that the first one would land because then I get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
He is somehow still up.
Because I rolled a 1.
Amazing.
And anything else with your turn?
Nope, because I've used my action and my bonus action in my movement.
Orange is going to panic and pull out, drop his crossbow right where he was, and pull out his spear, which has got a nasty hook on it.
It's gonna hook you.
This is what we find out what the hook does.
Maybe.
Straight out the side.
I rolled a nat 20 on one of the dice, but a 7 on the other one, so it's an AC of 9.
Oh.
Miss.
That one's dead. Del, is your turn.
Okay. Move up as I go by a glimmer, or I'm gonna lick her on the cheek. And 10 points of healing.
Hey, that basically puts me at full health.
Like, better. Yeah, that's true. It's much more useful on you than it was for
Yeah, I was about
Torque.
to say, with low HP, your heals go really far.
Yeah. And then finish my movement there.
To be fair though, any healing you do
That's
to
it.
Torque essentially doubled anyway because he only takes half damage.
That's true.
Torque's turn is up next.
Alright, he's getting pissed at getting shot at just for going out jogging. So bonus action rage, and he's gonna climb that wall.
Do it.
Were you not already bonus action to maintain rage? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he says 30 feet, so I'll dash.
DC 15.
Oh my god, dice. Why so slow?
Yeah, mine were really slow too. Wow.
Alright. Advantage, and I
You don't
roll a
get any
1
the
and a
first time.
4.
That's how my little guys here were rolling. That's terrible.
Alright, so what? Am I just stuck at the bottom then, or?
Yeah, you don't get anywhere with that first leg.
Alright, then, that's my turn, I guess.
You can still do what Cease did. Like, she...
The-
Dash. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to use that, I mean, you can get partway up, and I think he made her use, like, a check to hold on or something.
She was
Yeah,
already
roll
up
his spell.
halfway,
Mm.
but she failed the second one. So,
Okay.
like, if,
Yay!
that was just the first roll. You can still get the second roll, so you can get halfway up.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Woo.
Yeah, you're halfway up the wall.
You're like,
And
that's
then-
not how you climb. This is how you climb.
Like a, you want a strength check to...
Nope, you don't need
Hang
to
on.
do a strength check to hold on. I did the strength check because she had failed, so she could have fallen off. I did the strength check to mitigate that, so that because I want this fight over, and it was already punishing enough with failures.
Alright, that's it for me
I
then.
gave her. Also, like the idea of like levels of failure. Glimmer is up for next.
Interestingly, you could have just high jumped about half of that distance.
I'm just going to go ahead and shoot Firebolt at, what are you, yellow? Yeah. Oh, 20, yeah, 20 total to hit.
That's it.
Oh, let's go, max damage, 10 fire
Hey.
damage.
He had not been hit yet. He does not like that. You hit him right in the chest.
Yep. And then, I can move, so I will do that. 2, 3. And that'll be my turn.
And Lyra's turn. Halfway up the wall.
You're muted.
I know. 17. Get me up the wall.
That does get you up the wall. We're gonna drop you behind those guys because it's
That's fine.
probably the easiest way to do.
I'm gonna whack the pink dude. I think it's pink, purple, whatever color.
I'm zoom too far out.
Yep, purple. It's the purple dude. I'm gonna whack him. Not natural
Yep.
20.
That's it.
7 bludgeoning.
You had 2 hit points left.
Hey.
Let's go. That's my turn.
And Yellow does not like that. He's going to desperately pull out his spear as well, which is incredibly dumb. I basically have to roll a double nat 20. But these guys are not that smart.
I was gonna say.
No, that's a miss. AC 8.
Better them aim at me than my friends down the hill.
That guy's dead. Virgil.
Okay, stabby on orange. I want to say that's orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 15 to hit.
Yep.
For 4 plus 6 for 10. And then I get advantage on the second one for the scimitar because of Vex. And wow, 4 and a 5, so that misses.
That's a miss.
Yeah, no, that's my. I'm going to come off the side of. I'm going to stay in melee range of this guy, but I'm going to come away from the mountain edge because I don't trust it.
He's
That's my
gonna-
turn. I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action.
He's freaked out by Lyra, but you look like a more vulnerable target, so he's gonna go after Virgil. This is orange.
Oh man, I could have disengaged. Oh well.
Again, I rolled a nat 20, but also got a 10, so it's an AC of 14.
Miss. That's the second time you've done that to me.
That brings us to Delia.
Move up to here. Can I see orange or yellow from where I am?
You can see
One.
yellow. Orange has stepped back away from the cliff edge, so the cliff edge is sort of to a sharp
Yeah.
angle for you to see past.
Alright, in that case, I will shoot a star at yellow.
I swear if everything dies and just as talk gets up there,
Well.
he's gonna...
I rolled a natural 1, so
Yeah, it's a miss.
not so much on that. Or bonus action I want to do. Hold on. Just double checking real quick. Can't do that. Nope. Nope. That's it for me.
That brings us to Torque. If you can make this athletics check, you can hit something.
I'm gonna
Come on,
climb
buddy.
the rest of the way. Alright, slow ass dice really suck. 18.
Hey, good enough.
Yep.
Alright, then I am going to smash this guy in the face with Bone Crusher.
Probably the back of his head, but yes.
Yeah, whatever.
He's like half your height. It's not hard to
Oh my
smack him
god.
down.
You're joking.
About a 10 to hit.
Oh,
Nope, that's a miss.
jeez.
No, dude.
It was just getting up the mountain. You're so exhausted.
I'm freaking tired. That was a hike. Yeah, I'm done.
Anything else? Glitter.
I'm gonna shoot yellow with a firebolt.
Here comes Grandma Killstealer.
Yep, 19 to hit
That's it.
for 3 fire damage.
That's enough.
Ah, good job.
Let's go. Okay, then I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3, and that'll be my turn.
And Lyra. You could potentially end this all right now.
I'm going to thwack orange. $16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Anything but a 1 should do it. Yeah.
9 bludgeoning.
He has 3 hit points left.
Yay!
Or you hit him, so that's
So
enough.
actually, here's my question.
Yep.
Because I have Savage Attacker,
Mhm.
I can, once per turn, when I hit a target with a weapon, I can roll the weapon's damage dice twice
Uh-huh.
and use either roll against a target. So can I re-roll that? Or can I not?
Right.
Because we've already talked about it.
You could re-roll it, but
It won't make a difference.
he's gonna kill. It's gonna kill him either way.
Oh, okay.
Unless she rolls double ones.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
like he still had 3 hit points left.
No, he
No,
had
no.
3 hit points
Okay.
before you hit him.
Got it. That makes
Yeah,
more
like her
sense.
strength modifier would kill it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Got
it actually, yeah, it would.
Okay. Thwack.
Yay.
And we're out of initiative. Everything seems
Whew.
relatively calm.
I would like to take the corpse in front of me and, if you remember Avengers, Hulk with Loki, I'm just going to, like, smash him back and forth repeatedly.
Does the
I'm
corpse drop anything while he's doing that?
There's a small pouch that is falling off of his belt at some point.
Um,
I'll give it a
picked that up.
50-50 chance of going off the cliff first.
do these guys have nicer short bows than the goblins that we nicked the last short bows off?
They are nicer, but they look pretty standard.
That's okay, just purely for the aesthetics, I will take a nicer looking short bow
So,
and leave mine behind.
regarding this guy's pouch, it's got a 50-50 chance of going off the cliff. It's odd it's going off the cliff. It went off the cliff.
Alright.
It lands down somewhere near Del or Glimmer.
I was gonna say, can I try to catch it? That would be funny.
You're a lion.
Yeah.
Give
Lions
me a
could
dexterity
catch
check.
things.
I'll even like announce that it's falling, so that you know it, you see it coming.
Yeah. Alright. So.
Oh my god. My cat is behind my second monitor and just poking her head underneath.
That's a 13 to try and catch the pouch.
Sure.
Yay! Brr. I'm proud of myself.
Virgil looks over at Torque's clear issue of frustration and drags over another corpse. Points at the hammer, points at the corpse, and just throws it up in the air in front of Torque. Like pitching an underhanded baseball throw.
And Torque takes a baseball swing.
Keep them up there.
Did you
Mayhem.
just hit it off the cliff?
Yes! A home running it off the cliff.
I'm gonna grab purple and like drag it over here.
Give me an attack roll, Torque.
That would be hilarious.
Like, have you ever played Smash Brothers when somebody gets hit by the baseball bat?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. Does he get it at a
There we go.
Dead.
Okay, give me a d6 for the distance you get. And we'll do like 5 feet for each number of
Okay.
d6.
Roll 6. Roll 6.
The suspense. Nice.
25-foot smash.
So yeah, he pretty heavily lands down on the path.
Do you feel better?
Amazing.
I groan and attempt to start looting
The other.
the corpses. The purple and whatever the other color is.
But yeah,
Purple
Maroon?
and red. Yeah.
that was Virgil asking Torque.
They each have light crossbows. They have some bolts on them. If you want either of those.
Oh, it's a light crossbow, not a light bow.
Yes, light crossbow.
Ooh.
Is a light crossbow better than a short bow?
If you have one attack, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If you have
then I'll
more
just
than
get
one
my short
attack,
bow.
it matters.
I only have one attack. I'll get my short bow. So they have a light crossbow, bolts.
They have the hook spears, but those spears look nasty.
Yeah. I
Like
like
they're
my
not
maul.
well made either. That they don't look like they're even good spears. Like the hook is maybe useful for yanking people off their feet, you could figure, but
A crossbow is 1d8 instead of 1d6. It also has a longer maximum range.
That's
The
weird.
light crossbow?
Yes, a light crossbow, I'm looking at it, is 1d8.
Okay.
I'm going to swap mine out. Yeah.
yeah, for rogue light crossbows are usually better because you've only got the one attack if you're not dual wielding.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, you
prefer to
need
smash.
crossbows for that.
Yeah, the crossbows are fine. Like they're made out of a really strange dark wood, but it seems perfectly functional. And the bolts are fine too. They're well made.
How
You
many
can-
bolts are there in total?
I'm going to say that there was. So we'll randomize this a bit. Okay, I rolled really high. 30, 65 total bolts between the 5 of them.
I
I'm,
set the pouch next to Lyra,
They each have a pouch on them too.
the one that I caught.
So I now have 3 pouches.
Cease, did you take a crossbow or are you keeping your short bow?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Because you can have my arrows if you keep the short bow, otherwise we'll have to split 30 rounds each, I guess.
I'm also stealing a crossbow.
Okay, we get 20 rounds each.
As pouches, if you collect up all the pouches, there's a total of 23 silver between them. Not each.
I only have 3 pouches.
Yeah.
One pouch went flying off the cliff when they hit it, so we lost one.
Yeah.
I'm
With
not
the
going
It went
body.
down to the. It went down to the next level.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
going
did.
after it.
I was gonna say I
Okay.
didn't search it. I don't know if Grammar Glimmer did. So.
Then a total of 19. You're not going after that one.
Okay. I pat Dell on the head. She seems to enjoy like a little affection every once in a while, so I don't know. Just kind of winging it.
And as you look eastward from here, the path seems a lot simpler from here. It's snow covered, but you can see the ruins in the distance. It looks like it's about another hour's travel away. Because we're sort of up on the ridge line now, a little bit to the east of, or a little bit to the west of where the monastery is, and it looks like it's just a relatively simple path up to where it is from there.
How much time has passed since the beginning of the fight on the bridge? Has it been about an hour?
It'll
12
definitely be
minutes?
more than an hour by the time you get there. Was
I know.
about 10 minutes of, like you spent 10 minutes after the battle for
Mhm.
Glimmer to cast Identify, and then it was about another 10 minutes of travel to get to the base of this staircase area.
Mhm.
So it's been about 25 minutes or so, probably.
Okay. Yeah, after everybody looks like they're done searching bodies and throwing them off cliffs and stuff, I'll be like, are we good? Continue on?
Yes, but this snow is awfully deep. Could I get a lift?
Oh, sure. But not
It's
for
not too
much
bad right here
longer,
at the cliff,
but
but it is going to get to be like knee deep as you go
yeah.
further in.
Uh,
There are footsteps all over the snow, but they're like little footsteps from, you can assume, these guys.
where the fuck-
They seem
oh,
to have
crap.
come from the monastery. There's tracks leading back that way. Also,
Bef-
some. Give me a survival check, Del, or anybody else who wants
Okay.
to.
And I'll give you guidance.
Yay. That's 24.
Yeah, that's more than enough. Most of the tracks you see up here are from these guys. Like a lot of this area right here has been trampled down pretty well because they've clearly been wandering around for a bit. But you do also notice that there's a couple of sinuous type pathway track paths, and also what looks like something bigger, like more of a human person size kind of thing that would have been walking with them. Which, but that's
Like-
all going back down the stairs area.
Something like large humanoid or like normal?
Like a medium-sized humanoid.
Oh,
Like
okay.
these guys were somewhere between small and medium, but this was definitely bigger than them. You can imagine it's probably the cultists and those two, whatever they were.
Yeah. Oh, I won't bother
Starts with a
mentioning
G.
that. Yeah.
But it
Torque.
all looks like they all came from the monastery is where I'm driving at.
I asked Tark before we leave if you need more healing before we go. Continue on.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. And we continue on. And I guess about halfway on the way, I will revert back to doggy form, actually.
Do you give a warning?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you know. Oh, time's up, time's up.
But once you shift, you don't retain those temporary hit points, right?
No, I do
Okay.
lose them. Yeah. Which is sad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how the new wild shape stuff worked.
Yeah. I mean, I assume I do. I don't think it says that you retain them, so my guess would be that you lose them. Because it says when you assume a wild shape form, you gain them.
I'm pretty sure it says somewhere there that you lose them when you come out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, thematically, that would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh. My AC is no longer that. Sorry, just updating stuff. I don't see it, but yeah, it would make sense to me that you would lose it. So.
I mean, it wouldn't probably matter that much if you wild shape again,
Yeah.
then it will just replace with the same stuff.
Well, I'm out of wild shape now though,
Oh,
because I bared earlier and then I did the lion. We haven't had a long rest between the two.
Isn't there something, and I don't know what level it was, that you can, like, burn a spell slot to get a wild shape back?
Yeah, I think that's
Or is that
level
later?
5. I
Oh.
don't think I have that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's higher.
okay, but 5 minutes after Harley's wild shape runs out, I need everyone to give me a perception check. You're about a half an hour of hiking away from the monastery at this point.
Oh no, my dice have... Oh, there we go.
Just want to preface this with, we all know this is not my strong suit.
Well, we have 3 fails so far. Okay, so
Wow.
Dell and Torque both notice it was a relatively clear sky when you guys set out, but there is a very dark cloud that's forming in the sky above you, and it seems to be rotating.
That's not good.
And
Okay.
I say right above you, it seems like it might be centered over the monastery.
I'll point it out to them. Just be like, that's not normal.
Is there a way to check that it's, like, not normal?
You could give me
Or
a
understand what might be happening, like if it's a tornado or actually something unnatural?
you can give me a nature check if you want to know if it's natural, or an arcana check if you want to know if it's not natural.
Sure.
I'm a druid not trained in nature.
Wow. Give me a break.
It's a weird cloud, Glimmer.
Yep.
Did I do well enough to know it's not natural?
Del, you do notice that it's not natural. Like, tornadoes form out of existing storm clouds. This
Yeah.
came out of a clear sky.
Yeah.
Also, it's not like forming a funnel. It looks like the whole cloud is just rotating.
Yeah. I'm like, nope, that's not normal. That's not a natural thing. Not okay.
You're gonna keep moving in.
Eat.
You guys get closer and closer. You're about, like, you're coming up on it. You can see, like, it's very clearly a well-collapsed ruin. Like, there are, like, a few pillars standing here, a chunk of wall over there. You're still about 5 minutes hike away through the snow, though. But that's about the point where you hear a very loud, what sounds like an explosion or some kind of a loud bang from the ruins ahead of you.
Ah.
You can also, like, it's very obvious you don't need to roll perception checks. You can also see some flashing lights and shouting.
I think at that I would start running towards them. The noise and the bang and all that.
Okay.
I will touch Torque on like the leg and something, or something like that, or maybe the arm, and say, "Go help her." And I am gonna use Long Strider on you,
Hey.
which gives you 10 more feet of movement for an hour.
I will run after her.
I will do my usual double dash and just keep pace.
I guess Lyra and I kind of take up the rear.
I'm protecting Grandma Glimmer. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Torque and I are both moving at 40 base now. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I double dash, I get an extra 30 to make up for the
Yeah.
20 you guys would be ahead.
Okay, you rapidly approach. I like it's becomes clearer and clearer as you're getting closer that there's clearly some kind of fight going on in the ruins, and there's clearly not just like martial arts being used. There's strange lights flickering in the skies, and off the edge of the ruins and all that. You hear people shouting and screaming. You hear other things that don't sound like people at all.
Hmm.
But you can't see any of what's going on other than what's reflecting off of the ruins around you, so it's obviously happening further in there. Okay, well, at this point, we're about halfway in.
Mhm.
Before we kick into this next big fight, I'm going to say we take a 5-minute break. Everybody needs to do a quick bio and grab a drink.
Okay.
And
Sounds
we'll
good.
Back and we'll get into this. of sight down the mountain from where you are. It's a relatively straight line all the way down. As you're approaching the ruins proper here, you do hear a massive explosion from the base of the mountain, pretty much directly south of where you are. And if you look down, like you can see that there's a massive cloud of dust from whatever it was that's spewing out from within the quarry that's at the base of the mountain.
Is this a second explosion than the first one we heard?
Yeah, that was more like close, like caster explosions or something like that happening in the ruins. This is down at the base of the mountain. It's like it would take hours to get down there, but it was not enough that you heard it up here.
Okay, interesting.
And could everyone give me another perception check?
Is that explosion back the way we came, or
Down the mountain. So it's not
South.
from where you came. There's a quarry at the base of the mountain, and this explosion happened in the quarry.
Alright.
You didn't actually go to the quarry.
You said perception checks?
Yes.
Ouch as shit?
I'm mildly more perceptive than I was before, but I'm still not there.
That's actually a 19, because I have a +5 right now.
God, I can't wait. Reliable talent.
Torque, Glimmer, and Dell, you all see that there is a mass of something that is boiling out from whatever that explosion was and heading towards town. Like,
Heading towards where?
pardon?
Sorry, heading towards who?
Town.
Oh.
Shadowgate. At least it's in that direction, at least. But like, you're not sure what it is because it's all the way down at the base of the mountain. But it's a lot of something that's moving that way.
I'll
And
mention
it's
it. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think last time, so Torek, me, and Virgil were running towards them, and Glimmer and Lyra was coming up behind. So I'll mention it to Virgil, but keep going towards the other stuff.
Okay.
I am sure that the commander can handle whatever is down there.
Drop you guys into the next map in just a second.
I was gonna say, did neither Grandma or Lyra see it?
I did.
Grandma
You
did.
did. Okay, cool. I was making sure you guys were at least aware.
Don't forget to populate you into maps. And we'll bring us into the map. You should be seeing it come up any second. I'm putting you guys onto the stairway that leads up. The monastery itself is sort of on a slightly higher ledge on there. And you notice as you come up, this, like, there are, like, it's clearly built on the path and everything like that, but you notice that even on the walls of the side of it, it doesn't look like it's a natural formation. There's cracks that are very regular in the wall, and it looks like it's been worn down over, you have no idea. It looks at least hundreds of years, quite possibly much longer than that. Thousands of years, potentially. So, like, you don't know what shape it might have originally been, but it looks like it was made out of blocks that were laid at some point, rather than it being a natural outcrop. Yeah, with the two groups separated a little bit, I'm going to have Lyra and Glimmer just sit out the first round, basically, before you catch up with everybody.
That's fine.
But the other three of you will all roll an initiative before we get into this. And you definitely hear the sounds of fighting and screaming and horrible things.
So I'll roll initiative, and then Lyra and I basically have first turn skipped.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Double 15s. Let's go.
That's actually a 17 for me.
You didn't show up at all.
Oh, I rolled a 15, but I have a +2 from the master.
It's because you did a custom roll and it doesn't
Oh.
show the initiative.
Oh, yeah. I should probably just roll the initiative and then plus to that. Yeah.
Does yours not work on the sheet?
My initiative is based on my form. Right now, I'm a master or a wolfhound, so it's higher initiative than what my base one is. So
Just hit the roll initiative button and then tell me what it should be, and I'll
Okay.
change it.
that works.
I'm not
I
sure there's a
rolled
way for me to
lower
force
this
that.
time. Yeah.
If you
Well,
if
you
you
said it
right
was 17. I'll just put it in at 17.
if you right click the initiative roller at the bottom, you can change what your plus is on a roll by roll basis.
I was trying to do that and it wouldn't stick for some reason.
Oh, it doesn't stick. You have to do it every time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a manual adjustment to the roll.
Cool.
You said it was 17 you were supposed to be at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay. Virgil will be the first one to act.
15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I see a dead body. Helps. Oh wait, no, I see. I'm gonna ping somebody. What does that look like to me?
It looks like humanoid. Trying to remember which one that was. Just a second. Do I actually have these guys? That it's a human of some kind in robes. Looks like they might have some chainmail underneath it.
Does it look what's it currently doing, or as I'm observing as I come round? Is it in the middle of
It's-
action?
It's looks like it's fighting something, but you can't see what it's fighting. And they're
Okay.
backing up, and they look deeply wounded.
Okay. 5 dashing bonus action dash 5, 10, 15. Okay, now I see what it's fighting. I know what I'm shooting. I'm gonna take a shot at the guy I'm pinging on you.
You don't even know who the bad guys are yet.
I can pretty much distinguish between what looks like a bloke and what looks like a problem.
in before he's completely wrong and now we're in trouble.
Just to drop it in chat what he's actually seeing.
When you see the difference, you will understand. It's if I make a very easy, like come on, a bloke in robes, all that.
Looks like my second cousin.
It could be both. They could both be bad.
Obviously,
So-
the guy in the robes is the problem.
I assume nothing has that thing had a turn yet?
Which thing?
Orange.
How would you know?
No, I'm asking you. At the start of this, technically, at the start of our combat, has it had a turn yet in this combat initiative order?
You've entered into an initiative order that was already ongoing on their end.
This is for assassinate. It's in my first round. I get to attack something that hasn't gone this turn with advantage.
It has not gone this turn.
That's what I need to know. Yeah, during your first round of each combat, you have advantage on attacks on any creature that hasn't taken a turn.
That's
Is
fine.
it-
It's just it's been ongoing, but it's your first round.
Yeah,
That's where it is, so
that's
fine.
all I'm asking. So I get to shoot this with advantage with the crossbow. Oh, crumbs! I've gone back to a short bow. Why did that happen? Okay, delete that. We live in a world of uncertainty, but the bridge you're looking for isn't here. Fuck's sakes. One moment, folks. Technical hitch. Hopefully it will now... There we go. There's my crossbow. Roll with advantage. 22 to hit it.
That is a hit.
I hope so, jeez. That is, once again, a 1 for 4 points of damage, plus there's +3 on the sneak attack. So 12 points of sneak attack damage, plus 4 regular. And I have 15 feet of movement left. I'm going to duck behind this wall.
There's a total of 13 damage.
No, it's you get +3 on assassinate to your sneak attack damage, so it's 12 sneak attack damage plus 4 regular crossbow damage.
Okay.
You only get it on the first turn, but yeah.
It's fine. I'm just wondering if the easiest way for me to do this is 13 and then another 3, so 17. I'll do math in my head.
Hang on, I'm going to send this game log to the thing. There you go.
No, it's fine. I understand how assassinate works. I'm just trying to be very specific about exactly what the conditions were.
Okay.
And you do notice that this guy seems to be like not entirely present. He's see-through and all that sort of stuff. But it does seem to wound him, so that's fine.
It's corporeal, but did it look like it did full damage, or did it look like it did some damage?
Oh, it did full damage.
Oh, okay. That's my turn.
That brings us to Glimmer, who is going to be skipped.
Yep.
And Dell is next.
Okay. There. So this guy's the guy in the robes? Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it look like the robes similar to like the guy we fought with the wormies, or like?
No, it looks a lot like the robes that you saw the guys at the Shrine of the Sovereign Host wearing.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Five. That is much bigger. Let me double check. Than I thought it was. Hold on. 5-foot radius.
Also, have you moved?
I did move.
It does not update on my screen.
Oh.
You're still on the stairs behind walls. How are you seeing this?
Nah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, it just didn't update
Yeah.
for me.
I can see the radius thing, but not Dell.
Yeah, that's not the right radius. Hold on. Let me try that again. Size. Oh, I looked at the wrong thing. That's why. I'm so confused. There we go. That's the right size. Oh, yeah. I'm that guy, not the other guy. So, shadowy guy needs to give me a cast moonbeam. Needs to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, would you rather the moonbeam be there or there? Let's get it
Sorry.
on the.
Oh, yeah. Where? I'm sorry.
You can hit him either way, but it's either one step further away or one step further closer to you.
I think closer to me would probably make more sense.
It's doing half steps for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
This is where we find out just outside of your line of sight there's a guy at the back end of the moonbeam that's just got fried for no reason.
Innocent dude. Commoner. Yeah.
And it was Moonbeam?
Mm-hmm.
That's a Constitution save, you said?
Yep.
Constitution save. Why is it not rolled? Just a second. There it goes. Reload the stupid thing. That's a nat 20, so
Ah.
he saves. Sorry.
All right. So
Is there any-
it's half damage.
Yeah. So is there half damage on that?
So that'd be 7 points of radiant damage, and if he were shapeshifted, he would revert to a regular form. Even on a save.
He does not seem to be a shapeshifter, but he does let out an unearthly shriek, and it seems to do way more damage than it should have.
Nice. And that's it for my turn.
It actually kills him outright. What? No. It was 15 radiant damage, but halved. Sorry, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't kill him outright because that doubled the 15.
Oh.
So it was halved and then back up again, so it's 15.
Yeah, it should be 15 total. Just a second.
They have less than 30 hit points, guys.
No, that one had less than 30 left.
No, when he said outright, I assume he meant like it was a total slay.
Right.
They have been in
Yeah,
combat
but they
for a
were
while.
they were
Yeah.
already fighting.
been
It
fighting.
might have been
Yeah,
at like
it's
10% health.
The other guy is gonna turn around and see a dog like staring at him.
He's a little bit busy. Where's my combat tracker? Is it the end of your turn?
Yeah, that was the end of my turn.
That brings us to Lyra, who is also being skipped because she's slow behind everybody. We'll have something that occurs off screen. That's not effective. The guy that you see here is going to attack that priest.
Looking at the combat tracker, the next thing down has a very interesting face, and I want to know what the hell that is. It looks like a grey version of Toothless.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the shadow thing basically claws its fingers right through the guy's face.
Ooh.
And, like the whole claw passes right through the guy's head, and like stuff comes out the other side that doesn't seem like it should have, and that guy is dead.
Aw.
Brings us to this guy. I need his...
Wait, that guy's not moving?
Which guy?
Shadow guy.
Oh, you're right. He should move, shouldn't he?
No, you ended his turn. He didn't move.
You know what? That's fair.
Wow.
So he can make a Constitution save again.
Is it only if they end their turn there, or not if they start their turn
When
there?
it first goes on them, so like if he moved out of it and I moved it to him, he would have to save. But if he ends his turn in it, he also
Wow.
has to do it
Okay.
again.
Well, if I'm backing up to do a save, then I'm backing up that he's going to move.
Okay. I mean, he could just take the damage. That would be fine.
And we're going to put him back for a second just so you can have an idea of where he went to, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Move over.
As long as it's not like an absolutely stupid creature, it would realize that
Yeah.
this thing hurt me.
It hurt a lot.
Like, I'm willing to like just write it off as, oops, that was my mistake. But if we're backing up to do the save, then
Yeah.
we're back in his turn. And
No, that's totally fine.
Actually, we'll put Haley there. Now we go to the other weird thing that you've looked and seen the face of.
I have
You
no
hear
idea.
muffled screaming.
Oh.
That's all you can tell.
Awesome.
And that brings us, well, the dead guy.
Torque.
And it's now Torque's turn.
Yay. Well, I mean, I hear combat, so I'm going to rage. And I gotta do all the things on my sheet to enable rage. And then resize my token. And then... Man, move, you bastard. I don't see shit. So... I'm gonna dash.
There you go.
Wait, how far was that? That's 30.
You have Longstrider on you still too.
Yep, I double 40'd. I still don't see anything but corpses, so yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that guy. Sorry, he's doing something a little more complicated than I thought. And that brings us to the next, top of the next round. Hey, Torque, guess what? Surprise. He comes right through the wall, like it's not even there.
What a dick.
And he's going to take a swipe at you. Ooh. You're not
What?
reckless, are you?
No.
Because you haven't attacked anything. It was a 19 and it rolled over to a nat 1.
Aha! By the way, when he
So
comes
that is
through
a
the
miss.
wall, I
Yep.
just kind of, yell like, oh shit, but I yell it in Abyssal.
It chuckles and then Abyssal returns with, shit is right, mortal. It's its turn. Brings us to Glimmer, who's now in the game.
I'll first unmute myself. Say it again. I will move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And that is all that I can do. Sure.
Okay. Virgil is up.
How tall is this wall next to me?
Can you see through it?
No.
Then assume it's at least 10 feet tall.
Okay. Is this rubble along the side look like you could scramble up the side of it to get on top of the wall?
You could if you wanted to. It would be an athletics check to climb it.
It's not like stepping stone style where it's just completely rubbled up.
No, like, there's some that are fallen down and that are sitting on the ground there, but it's still mostly climbing a stone wall.
Okay. In that case, I will instead bonus action to hide. Goody. And in hearing talk, yell something in a language I don't understand. I'm going to pop my head around the corner instead to see what he's saying oh shit about. See that guy? Saying in common, oh shit, and I'm going to shoot at it. With crossbow. 19 to hit.
That should be a hit. Yep, AC is 14.
Good job. That's more like it. 10 plus 6 for 16 points of damage. Back behind the wall again.
Like that.
Sure it didn't, but that's my turn.
And brings us to Dell.
Well, since that guy came out, changed what I was gonna do a little. Give me a con save.
Stalking beam.
Yes.
I rolled another nat 20.
Oh my god, knock
I'm
it off.
sorry.
Oh my god, come on.
So a total of 7.
Yeah.
Well, it's 7
Radiant,
but halved. But
Doubled, it seems.
he's saved, but he's also vulnerable, so it's
Yeah.
an even thing.
It would just be great if they would fail.
And you rolled high.
You might survive this.
Alright. I'm gonna move a little bit. Not too much. Actually, hold on. No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna move like here-ish. Cool. And that's it for me.
Okay, Lyra, sorry.
Alrighty. I'm migrating.
You can do it.
That's 30. Go right there. Okay, that's my turn. That's it. I can now see stuff.
Okay. Turns, and it is Torque's turn next.
Alright, well, I'm going to recklessly attack this thing.
Okay.
Come on. 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yay! And that'll be 15 bludgeoning. And I need a Constitution saving throw. DC 13.
Constitution. That's a 13.
Great.
Sorry.
Then that's it for me.
And that brings us to your shadowy friend's turn. Doesn't have a lot of options, so he's going to try and claw you. You attacked recklessly, correct?
Yep, he gets advantage.
AC 20.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I didn't roll well. That is 12 psychic damage.
Why wouldn't it be a type that I can't reduce?
Because it has ghost hands that can tear out your insides.
Like, the bits of stuff that came out of the cleric that you saw were bits of his brain that it pulled out from inside of his head without actually penetrating his skull.
I don't think he had come around the corner to see that, so this would be his first seeing of this ability. He's feeling
Yeah.
it.
That's all of his turn, though. It is Glimmer's turn next.
He's not moving.
Oh. He's going to step out of it.
Okay.
Okay.
And now it is Glimmer's turn.
Alright.
Sorry, the radiant is so light, I noticed it against the white background of the stone.
I'm going to move around Lyra. 10, 15, 20. Just need to make sure my range is still fine here.
Oh, Del does see that guy. And... Sorry, I just turned on token vision so I could check.
Yeah, I can see both. So I need both of them that I can see. Orange and blue. To please give me a wisdom saving throw. Or no, that's not wisdom actually, is it? It's a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, you really wish it would have been wisdom. That's a 22 on orange. I rolled really well on orange. And an 8 on blue.
Of course,
Really
yeah.
badly.
The one that's about to die. Yep, got it.
Double 18s, double 4s.
Yep. It has Bane on it now.
Okay. Oh, God. But I only got to hit him one time.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. That's just the way it goes, right? I still have a little bit of movement, but no, I need to make a path for Lyra, so I'm gonna move my last couple of feet, so 5, 10, and that'll be my turn.
So, which one's got Bane?
The blue one.
Just blue, yeah.
Okay.
It is Virgil's turn, though.
Alright. Do we have shared vision on?
You can have shared vision on if you want to. I'm not mandating that you
I
not have
don't
it
know
on.
if we do, because I can't tell if I can actually... Because it's showing I can see blue, and I
If
don't know
you
if that's...
can see something, you can see it because we don't have shared vision on.
Okay, that's cool. In that case, I don't have to move for this, so I'm going to just steady aim for my advantage.
Well, you don't have a line of sight to blue.
Well, I can see it. That's why I'm asking, is it shared vision?
Are you trying to shoot it with an arrow? Or a bolt?
Yeah, but it says that if I can see it, then I must have a line of sight to it.
Or you have shared vision on, because I can turn your token vision on. You definitely don't. There's definitely walls in the way.
Right, so we do have shared vision. That's what I was asking.
Mine's not.
Mine
I
is
do
not.
Right, how do I turn shared vision off then?
right-clicked your
No,
token.
no, it says to me, share vision to
Oh,
see.
I think it's
That's
me. Hold on.
you. I was gonna say that's you sharing with others. Like,
Right, that explains so much more. Okay, right. Save that roll for now, just in case, but first things first. That's a fail on my stealth, so it will be just a straight roll this time. I will come round the corner. Now I see it. $15 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 5 plus... My god, 3 damage. A grand total of 8 damage. I think I need Savage Attacker at this rate.
Doesn't work on sneak attack, by the way.
It doesn't matter, even my base crossbow was garbage.
The thing dissolves into ichor that just sort of bubbles and oozes on the ground.
I'll take it.
And evaporates away.
Right, in that case, I am going to move
Good use Bane.
down here. Oh, goody, I see the other one. Was that the one that had Bane on it?
The one you killed was the one that had Bane.
Ah, shame.
I thought the darkness was its ally.
Torque goes, aha, bitch, in Abyssal.
That's my turn, by the way, if you want to move on.
Okay, that brings us to Del.
okay. I need a con save. Fail it.
This
They don't
moonbeam.
wanna. And they have magic resistance. 17.
Fine.
Just roll enough that it dies anyway.
I mean, you're using radiant damage on shadow things.
6 points of radiant damage. My goodness. 2d10.
See, I remember in the last game when our caster rolled doubles, that was usually a good thing.
Yeah.
Freaking Chaos Bolt.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the end. I don't want to move right now.
Is it your action to move your moonbeam?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's consistent
It's
damage though.
Super effective.
I know, but
For
I thought
one
things
spell?
like that, even if it's an action to cast, usually it moves with a bonus action. Dang.
Lyra, it's your turn next.
I'm gonna move to right there, and I'm gonna burn my last spell slot and cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
What exactly does that do?
Aberrations, Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, or Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against a target. Target also can't be possessed by or gain the Charmed or Frightened condition from them.
And the target is yourself?
Correct.
And Fiends was on that list, correct?
Correct.
I was pretty sure I heard it. Shocker, these are Fiends.
I had a hunch. Thought.
Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay, this guy wants to get out of that thing, so he's actually going to fly up over the walls here and come down right next to Arlie, who's been burning the crap out of him, and he's very unhappy about that.
Like this damn dog in her moonbeam.
I mean, to be fair, the damage has been so poor, I bet he's barely noticed.
I mean, the first one was pretty good.
Come on, AC 11?
Ha!
Rolled terribly.
I chuckle and dog at him.
That was a fatal move.
What the hell is this thing that just slithered away?
Yeah, I meant to ask what it looked like, but I forgot. So
It looked horrifying.
It looks like it's wearing weird robes, but you also can. Everybody just give me a perception check. You can see it.
It's a weird grung.
well, could we see it? Is this based on if we could see it before it moved away just now,
Yeah.
or okay?
You can't see it now, none of you. So if you
Yeah.
can see it at any point,
Cool.
My perception is atrocious.
Oh
tonight.
wait. Let me double check. Okay, yeah. So that fuck, it doesn't matter. It's actually a 7, but terrible roll. That is creepy. It's like a humanoid gecko wearing, like a human wearing a gecko skin.
Is that the thing that was like right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Norman Bates has seen better times.
So that I did see it. So I saw it disappear. Like I saw it move. Out of out of sight. Okay.
It walked away, I think.
That looks like... Was it tier 9 rogue? That had the weird head on top of the head?
Yes.
Oh, no, it wouldn't have been tier 9, it would have been tier 8, Ulduar, I believe.
Whatever.
Tier 9 was the awful Trial of the Crusader stuff.
yeah. Glimmer, you're pretty sure that wasn't robes. You're pretty sure that's just its skin.
Yep. Someone with saggy skin sees someone with saggy skin.
Torque is up next.
I'm going to recklessly attack the one next to Dell and Lyra.
Oh, that's interesting. So when you moved it just now, I saw it move, but then it vanished because obviously it was out of line of sight, but I saw the movement even though I shouldn't have done.
Oh, if it walked away, you would see it move.
No. I mean, I saw it move
That's a crit.
from a spot where I couldn't see it to a spot where I couldn't see it.
I see
no
what
point.
happens there. There's a brief glimpse through. There should have been one more wall there.
Yeah, basically I got to see where its path of movement was. I will not act on it though.
No, it was an adjustment that I was making to something there. You crit it. Okay, so how much damage is that?
23 bludgeoning.
Yeah, so that's more than enough.
Hey.
And then, I was about to say, you have a cool status effect.
Yeah,
after
it
crits.
also doesn't walk so good and would potentially be toppled, but
It's a puddle of bubbling ichor on the ground right now.
Where it can't move so good and it is toppled.
yes,
Cool status
exactly.
effect, it's dead.
Yes. That's a really good crit status effect, is dead.
And then I'm going to move.
I'm going to yell to be careful.
Yeah.
And is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
And that brings us to Glimmer.
And what a terrible day to have eyes.
We've got rolls, they do nothing.
Well, move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Guess I'll keep going after Torque. So double move as my action. 10, 15, 20, 25. 30.
bonus that I can use? I don't think I do. Okay, that's a bummer. I'll go ahead and stop there. So that still gives everyone a chance to go by. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
And next is Virgil.
Going back to one of my previous thoughts, are the ceilings on these buildings intact or have they been blown clean off?
There's no ceilings.
Excellent. In that case,
You imagine a lot of the rubble you see is probably what used to be the ceilings.
In that case, I will scramble up the wall to the building to the side of me, so let me know what I need to do. Athletics?
It's athletics to climb, yep. If you're going to that spot there, it's a chimney, so it's a little bit taller than the rest because it's structurally more sound. It's 15 feet up.
Earn my last luck point. That did absolutely fuck all.
I was giving you a DC of 10. For a
Uh,
relatively easy climb.
Can I bonus action dash for a third attempt, or... Oh, well, second attempt.
Sure.
There we go. Right. Would I be able to theoretically see over those walls then now?
I'm pretty sure it has to have most of the walls set to 10 feet. And you're only 15 feet up. That weird skin thing is not terribly tall. So you can't see it from there.
Okay. Can I see... Would I be able to at least see Torque?
You can't see Torque.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hold crossbow bolt ready, and if I see the weird skin thing, I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
And next up is Dell.
Right. Up. Oh. Hello. Hi, Torque. Don't see anything.
Torque looks at you and just points at the corner.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you to back up so I could heal you, but maybe not. Oh wait, did you actually point up to the corner?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
that was definitely in character.
I'm just gonna guess in the corner. I'm trying to there we go. Put it in front of Torque, essentially. I don't know if there is actually a thing there or not.
You get a giant-sized thumbs up.
And is that it for your turn?
Is there anything in the moonbeam or no? 'Cause I can't tell for sure. I guessed and put it in front of him.
There is something in the moonbeam.
Okay, then it can save.
That's Con again.
Yep.
That's only a 9.
Hey!
You find out it's immune to radiant.
Hilarious. Hey! 20!
Jeez.
20 points of radiant, and if
This
it's
guy's
shape-shifted, it
vulnerable.
goes back to its natural form.
Massive.
What another button to apply that? There. Manual health reduction. The stroke is the one that, and clearly once they can see that does not seem to be overly effective. It's just normal effective. But that's fine.
It's still 20 points of freaking moonbeam.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Lyra, it's your turn next.
Okay. I'm gonna go a different direction, I think. That is not gonna help me. I'm gonna go up that way. That's one move. I don't see anything. I see twerk. Oh, hello, friend.
Oh, that's the other thing. It's a 60-foot cylinder, so while Virgil still can't see the thing, he can see that the moonbeam moved.
I will say that, like, that whole area in a cone behind it is completely shaded out for me, so if it does move, DM, and you think I would be able to see it, let me know, please.
Which?
Like, between Lyra and Glimmer is
Yeah.
an expanding cone of area I can't see. And I mean, it goes all the way up to eventually there and there as points.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought being higher up in elevation over that wall meant I would have been able to see past all
Well,
that.
yeah, he's just saying if the thing moves out from where it is and he could see it, he won't be able to see it. But just let him know that he would be able to see it since he's up higher. If that makes sense.
No, there's a point that you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, it's basically, if I don't know exactly what it's doing on its turn, and I'll definitely let you know. It just depends on what Lyra does right now.
It's just a case of I can't see that whole area is fog of war.
Okay. I've been trying to ask a question on my turn for a while now. Is this, if I step into there, will I be affected by said moonbeam, miscaster, upper? Is moonbeam, person friendly, like companion friendly?
If you go into it, you will get hit by
Yeah.
it.
I
Got
adjusted it up slightly because she dropped it again, like halfway between squares.
Or
That's fine. I just wasn't sure. I was like, is that in the square? Is that out of the square? Is that gonna hurt me?
Yeah.
I don't want to go there, but it's gonna hurt me. Won't be smart. Then I'm gonna go right there. And that's my turn, because I had a double move to get there.
Okay, well, Torque, you can take an opportunity attack as it scrambles up the wall like it's nothing.
All right. Let me check something here, because. Okay, yeah, good. I still get advantage for reckless.
It's like a toggle between you.
That's a double crit.
Oh, Jesus.
What? What? I want to kill somebody!
It's gonna get toppled. Oh no!
You mean Torque's gonna kill it? That's what I'm hearing. That's what that's code for.
I'm
Well,
gonna wreck it.
Minimum
Also, possibly he won't be able to leave the moonbeam too.
minimum damage 20.
That is not enough.
Give me a con save, DC 13. Also,
That's a
It-
20.
Ah.
18 plus 2.
it has its speed reduced by half.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Did you say it popped up on the top of the wall?
No, he
That's
was
sort of
climbing up the wall, but
Okay.
Yeah, you can see him now. He is on top of the wall. It's not
Okay,
showing up on your token mission.
It is not. Basically, that whole area is weird.
Like,
So
I'm
do I
moving
get
him so you
shot?
can see him. You can take the shot.
Thank you. Is Torque still within the threatening range of it?
They would be, yeah. It's not going to matter. He's very low on health. Or it's probably not going to matter.
11 to hit.
That is a miss.
ah,
Oh well.
It
Glimmer doesn't
jumps
get
off
it.
the wall. It expands out its skin like wings and floats down effortlessly to land between Glimmer and Dell.
It's a flying squirrel.
That is
Yeah.
a much safer thing than I thought was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna get wrapped up in Skin Monster.
Oh, it's not done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cease.
First attack is going to be on Glimmer.
I like how this.
AC 18.
Yep.
You are.
Actually, wait. Roll that d20 again. I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs, so I can roll another d20. I can use the lower roll.
Okay, that's an 18 again. I rolled two 13s.
Balls. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just give myself the advantage for the next thing. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, that is 8 slashing damage and 5 poison damage.
Ow.
You
Okay.
are grappled.
Good.
As you're grappled, it literally just wraps its skin all entirely around you.
My favorite.
You are blinded, restrained, unable to breathe or speak until the grapple ends.
Blinded, restrained, grappled, suffocating.
Yes. It's going to make a second attack on Dell. Oh, I rolled a 3. That's a miss. Which means I have only one option for his bonus action. I need Glimmer to give me a strength saving throw.
What? Okay.
DC 13.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fail. But I have advantage because of my silvery barbs. Let's go.
That might save your ass.
13. Let's fucking go.
DC 13.
Let's
How
go.
many was you have left?
Say what?
I rolled the damage out of curiosity. I rolled 6. It would have killed you.
It would have killed me, yeah.
Wait, like, it's immediate death. There's no.
No, it would have
That's
dropped
safe.
me.
It would have done enough damage that she would have died. Like, it's literally, it squeezes the air out of your lungs when it does this. And not only does it do the damage, it also gives you level of exhaustion.
So you don't start making death saving throws. You just die.
Well, you would start making death saving throws, but
Okay,
you'd also
yeah.
be
I
blood
would've-
squeezed out of you at the same time, so...
Yeah, I would have dropped, yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of its turn.
Yep.
At the barest limits.
Good
1, 2.
turn.
And that brings us to Torque.
Please kill this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over here. Actually, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna stay back there. And I'm going to recklessly attack it. 17 to hit.
That's a hit. Don't hit Glimmer.
"15 bludgeoning.
That is more than enough.
Yay!
Glimmer is free.
Welcome back, Gam Gam.
second. I'm just typing something to NG about the body horror stuff because I want to keep Cease from hearing it.
Thank
That's
you.
fine.
So I can happily take my headphones off if it's easier. I have no problem with
No,
that.
it's easy.
While you're doing that, while I've got the advantage of the perch point, there's nothing else that we haven't spotted that I could theoretically see.
No, but there is a strange aura between those 4 pillars.
Right, I can see the thing, but I couldn't make out what that was. Yeah. I'm just going to communicate to the others and point over there.
How are you communicating with us from atop a wall, however far away?
I'm speaking loudly and pointing in the vague direction of where it is. I'm basically perched on a chimney.
Okay. Because
So
I
I
don't
can-
see you.
Theoretically, you can, because I'm that high up. It's just the
She's
the
close
line of-
to the wall, so she probably can't see you because it's the same
Oh,
thing
right.
that
I'm
was
like-
blocking
I'm like,
the other. Yeah.
well, yeah, I like just kitty corner from this corner here.
The fog of war thing messes a bit slightly, but people should be able to spot me. But yes.
Yeah, I noticed the last time that the fog of war gets really tricky with corners, so I try to err on the side of more visibility around corners when I was doing this. I think it
That's
worked a little
fine.
better.
Yeah. I think
Wait,
everybody except for Lyra can see him basically.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm
Still
just
in
gonna point.
initiative?
We are out of initiative.
Okay.
In that case, I'm going to jump down and head towards it.
Do we all recognize that's there, or is he the only one that's able to recognize it?
I mean, it's right by you. You should be able to
Oh,
see.
it's very visible. There is dark energy being pulled into what looks like a symbol that was carved into the ground eons ago. Like you can see the barest limits of it there, but it's creating some kind of a glyph on that site.
I'm gonna toss a rock over in that area because I'm not getting close if it sucks that rock in.
The rock kind of dissolves into dust as it enters into the zone.
Yeah, I'm not going into that zone. I'm gonna stand right here and be like, ooh, look, pretty.
I want to do something maybe stupid.
Before you do something stupid,
Don't send your fur off.
No.
this guy who's badly wounded just suddenly pops into existence just north of Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
He was apparently invisible and hiding, and he's like, "We need to run."
Who the heck are you?
All
Where
of my
did you
friends
come
are.
from?
I was with the other party, and all of my friends are dead. We failed.
You're the team that came before us.
What's left of the team that came before you? We didn't know you were coming.
We didn't know you would fail.
Neither did we. We've been doing this a little while.
I can see the dead bodies everywhere. Well, the goo everywhere.
What is that? And I just point towards the swirling mass of void.
I don't know. I was told we were to keep them from unlocking whatever this was. They unlocked it.
Can we lock it back up?
I don't know how they unlocked it.
Okay.
The Duke just sent us here to make sure that nobody dealt with anything that happened in this area. He didn't tell us what was going to be happening.
Have you guys investigated the rest of the ruins?
I mean, people come up here all the time. There's nothing here.
Obviously there's something here. If that thing is here.
While they're chatting, I'm checking all the bodies.
I'm gonna let Dell do her possibly stupid thing.
Yeah, I just basically wanted to, before my moonbeam ends, move it over to the green circle to see what happens.
Sure.
It's now lime green.
You suck the moon into the door. It's...
Figure nothing will probably happen, but something could happen.
It
You
shines
start the
bright
event.
light.
You start the
You're
event.
making me
tomorrow,
improv.
You have 3 days.
Yay!
Sorry, what was that?
He said
She's
I'm
making me
making him.
improvise.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
What have you done?
I'm not the smartest, really.
Oh crap.
Oh wait, is that right?
Or sorry,
Yeah. that is right.
Glimmer doesn't have to make the saving throw because she's not in the room, technically.
Let's go.
And she's
Hey.
possibly one of 2 people that actually passed it.
Yeah. I mean, you and Lyra might be fine. Maybe.
I rolled terribly. Everyone takes
Wow.
3 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and your moonbeam is gone. Basically, a black lightning bolt bursts out of the cloud above and smashes down into the aura, and the moonbeam is just eliminated.
Okay. And the green circle's still there. Like, as if completely normal.
This is where you find out it's now bigger.
I know.
Trying to figure
It's
out
empowered now.
Can I do a quick check? Like, are this person in front of me are dead or just unconscious?
Oh crap.
yeah, that person has part of their brain lying on the floor next to them.
Okay, that's fine.
I totally whip my head towards Dell and scream her name, not in like a we're in trouble, but more like she's in trouble. Like that total big sister, really mad. I'm like, Dell!
I put my head down and like my tail between my legs and go, whoa!
I would like to quickly
Stop!
my pockets before I bail out of here. I am not even gonna risk tattooed dwarf head guy.
Yeah.
The bard is just running. You assume he's a bard. He's got a loop strapped to his back.
I'm gonna follow behind him
Yep.
until I catch up with the party. With our peeps.
What? Did he look pretty hurt? Like Bard, right?
Yeah, he's near death.
I was gonna say, can I lick him and heal him as he goes by?
He's on full sprint, so
Okay, that's fine.
This dude in the plate armor next to me, quick check. While that was ongoing, I was checking if he had anything decent on him.
I mean, yeah, they do have stuff that's decent on them.
Do you want me to make a roll for that, or?
Give me an investigation check, and also, should have done this earlier, but I didn't.
Oh,
9. I rolled terribly.
No, you don't find anything on him. It's
Okay,
going to
cool.
take. Let me put it this way.
I was doing that before Dell started her crazy idea. Yeah, I'm bailing.
Getting bigger.
yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I see the thing coming towards me, I don't wait, I go.
You see this body here? It just dissolves into dust.
Is that the tattooed dwarf head guy?
Yes.
Yeah. No. As soon as I see the thing coming towards me, I'm like, oh, never mind. Let's go.
It seems to be expanding at a regular rate. You have time if you wanted to search some of the other bodies. If you're quick.
Guess the only other one worth trying is Rope Monk guy, because I'm not sticking around the skeletal plate face guy. That's even worse. Nope, I don't get anything from these. I'm gone.
I would like to search the skin monster.
Oh.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. You give me even like a 10, it's fine. I'm only really doing that because there's a time pressure going on.
There's one last one here as well that I'm next to. Yeah, I don't find anything on anybody. Okay.
I holler at everybody and just say, I'm leaving. And I'm
All of it.
gone.
I just want to approach this light thing really quickly to see if I can get a glance at whatever rune it was.
On the ground?
Yeah, that's all that I want to just be, if I can even see it. That's all that I care about.
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
The DC is 18.
Okay, I'm gonna guidance myself really quick.
I got a 10 searching our skin friend.
Sorry, a 10 searching the skin friend?
Yes.
You do find something you can grab.
Swear to God, the sooner I get reliable talent, the better.
Tucked into the folds, you see a weird leathery bag.
I got a 27 on Arcana.
You're not sure what that glyph is, but you do know that it's tied to both necromantic and abjuration magic.
And that's fine. I just wanted to be able to imprint what it was so that I could reference it later.
Sure.
And then I will leave.
You said I got a leather pouch?
That's a leathery bag. It looks like it's made out of skin. So it was difficult to see it against his other folds of skin. It's not the same skin. It's not made out of him.
Well, that's reassuring.
It's somebody else's.
It's leather, so leather is skin.
Yeah. As we walk away, I'm going to be opening the bag and looking in.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we're walking away.
No, we're running.
It is expanding, but not that quickly.
Well, one guy was sprinting, so I was trying to, go.
Oh yeah, the bard is going full blast. He's not waiting for you guys. He hops over that gap. Keeps going.
I was just gonna follow him, basically, was my plan.
Yeah. Once you get over that gap, there's a very clear path, and it's better maintained than the one that you guys came up very clearly. It's
Why
not
did
hard
we
to travel.
come up the other path?
Because the path that he's going down now takes 5 hours to get up here, and the path that you guys came up takes 3 hours. And as you guys are leaving...
Oh, as we make our way back down the mountain, can I try to, when we were coming in, there was something at the bottom of the mountain that came out that was heading towards the town. Is it possible for me to try and catch a glimpse of it as we're going, or see what it was, or after effects of whatever it was?
You'd have to go off the path to get there. This path came up the other side of the mountain to the north. You guys came up the south side of it.
So we're on the opposite side now. That makes sense.
Well, you're going towards the opposite side. You're still on the peak. You can go off the path a little bit and peek over. But it's not far. You have to go 40 or 50 feet off the path to peek over.
I would just stay with them.
And as you guys are running, that expanding aura fills that room basically, and then there's just a cacophony of black lightning from the cloud that rains down into it for a good 30 seconds, and then it's gone, and the cloud above starts to dissipate.
Interesting.
So were we already past this area by that time? That's what I'm understanding.
Yeah, you would have been at least on getting down to the bridge and getting across the bridge down there, down this area here. So it doesn't affect any of you. It's very, very loud, but there's basically just a lot of energy being poured into whatever was going on up there, and then it's over.
If it's over, should we go back?
Are we sure it's over?
Are we sure there's anything to go back to?
Well, I mean, the cloud's gone.
Yes, but you saw what happened to anything that touched it. It failed to exist afterwards.
And it seems gone.
My point is there may be nothing left.
Or something.
Ugh. Are we stopping or going back or what are we doing?
I think with imminent threat gone, we should at least take a look while we're here.
If there was something, as they say, unlocked, what happened?
Might be able to find some answers.
Okay. Bye, Bard.
He's gone.
I know. I was more of just saying, bye, Bard, you know?
Please do not slip on the ice on your way down.
So in that case, on our way back, I do want to take a little detour around to kind of see if I could see, like, After Effect or whatever had gone towards the town.
Give me a perception check.
Yeet.
Oh, yeah, that great big roiling black blob thing.
Well, it wasn't black, it was dark.
That's a
Oh.
Hard to make
12.
out exactly what it was. A
That's
12?
a 12, yeah.
There's smoke coming up from Shadowgate at the gates, and there seems to be like a lot of chaos at the gates, but you aren't able to tell more than that.
Okay. When I catch back up to them, I'll just relay the information about I saw a big something come out of the mountain towards the town, and now there's something, looks like some commotion down at the town, like something happened.
And whenever we get to it, I would like to come back to this room or see if there's something that has since appeared, or what.
Just move your tokens up there when you want to.
Are these bodies still here, or have they completely vanished?
The bodies you see on the ground, well, these two shadow demons have dissolved away completely by now. The bodies you see are still there.
Okay.
The bodies that were in the room are gone.
Okay.
As far as the room, it looks almost identical to how it was before. The one exception is that you do see in each of those four pillars on the inside corners, there's a place where it looks like there was a spot to put something in, and all of them are smoking. But there's nothing in them anymore.
This thing in the middle of the circle outside the room, is that a intact statue or?
Yep. There's a little bowl there for offerings. The bowl does not look particularly old. It just looks like this was occasionally used by various travelers to offer.
So all the other buildings have been destroyed, but this statue seems like it's perfectly fine. It's basically what
It's very worn down, but it hasn't fallen over.
Okay.
So it's not in good shape, but it's still standing.
Yep.
Now that there's not a time pressure, I'd like to return to these two bodies and double check them again.
Yeah, we didn't find anything on them. If you search them, I should have rolled up this stuff beforehand. There's a whole bunch of other stuff.
I rolled like garbage before, but I'm encouraged saying that was because kind of rushing, but if you want me to roll again, I can do.
No, you don't need. If you're taking your time, you don't need to roll. You can get a full search. Like, it's not hidden. It's just if you're panicking and giving them a quick rifle as you're running away, then I'll make you make a check.
Yeah.
on this body down here, they don't seem to have much, but they do have a dagger which has a ruby set into the hilt, which doesn't seem like it's supposed to be there.
Okay.
That ruby is a, as I assume you guys will identify, it's just easier to do it this way. It's a ruby of the War Mage.
A ruby of what, sorry? Oh, ruby of the War Mage.
Yeah, common magical item.
Not really knowing what it's for when I'm assuming you've learnt that through Grandma Glimmer identifying it, I just offer it to her.
I am inside this place.
Okay. Yeah, he was just telling me what the item was if you identify it, because obviously it's just basically, it's a dagger that can be used as a spellcasting focus. If you want it.
Oh, I still largely use a component pouch, so I'm okay. And I actually have a, like, my spell book can operate as that too.
I'd offer it to Del, but I'm not really sure how she, considering she's mostly in animal form, I'm not sure how this would work.
I also am away from you guys at the moment, so.
I wonder if the ruby can go into, like, Lyra's thing, her...
I have a holy symbol.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Works for paladins for their spellcasting focus.
The cleric here does have a pretty nifty shield. It's a round metal shield with an eye emblazoned on the front of it.
That's a good shield.
This sounds familiar. I think we've had one of these before. I believe we only have one shield user in the party.
That is what the dice decreed. I like random tables.
Is that a sentry shield?
Sentinel shield.
Sentinel shield. Remind me, is that an increase on perception checks?
It's advantage on that and initiative.
Initiative and perception checks.
Yeah.
Basically the two things that Lyra needs help with.
Except she's a two-handed person.
Oh, is it a two-handed? Oh, Christ. So
Yeah,
who
we don't
uses...
have any shield wielders.
We have
I
no
think-
shield.
Del can use it.
I could,
Druids can use it.
potentially.
Because at least the stats still benefit you in form. Like the perception
Yeah.
initiative.
And if
But
you decide it's not particularly useful, there is
the
the
selling...
Argent Tower.
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming there's a tower's hand to sell to once we get back down there.
That's
But-
looks in the promo list. Like the Argent Tower is a place that does do trade in magical items.
Okay.
And I doubt he's going to create a campaign set in a central location that he's going to destroy early on in the game.
So yeah, unless anybody really wants it, I'll just put it to one side and then sell it for party funds or trade for something more useful for us.
Okay. Is that like symbol still there or no? That rune?
There's no trace of the symbol whatsoever. Like
Okay.
it was a glowing, greenish energy at the time.
Okay.
But with all the explosion and all the lightning, dark lightning that was coming down, there's not a trace of any of that. Other than
Okay.
the small smoking holes in the four pillars on the inside edges, there's no evidence that there was anything that happened up here.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, I do have a shield in my backpack. I completely forgot about it as something that I have. I could do that.
I turn back to Torque and say, I don't know if we're going to glean anything else here. It seems whatever horrible thing happened did a very good job of cleaning up after itself.
Are you able to tell anything from the smoking holes in the walls?
might just have that as a ritual. I'm sure it was part of a ritual, perhaps a component. Screw it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just start ritually casting Detect Magic.
The 4 statues around where the marking was on the floor, or the 4 pillars, so it should say. Is there anything like markings or inscription, or even like weird glyphs or such, rather than?
Give me investigation check.
Will do. I'm going to have to restart my thing again. Sorry. Made a mistake of opening another tab on that browser, which was not a smart move. Investigation. Please roll good for once tonight. I'm atrocious all evening on these. There we go, 20.
The pillars are very heavily worn. It seems like they might have had some kind of a servicing at some point, but whatever it was has been worn away by at least centuries of wind up here on the top of the mountain.
So there's nothing like even notches or like scratch mark, like very intentional scratch marks.
There's just the weathering, like they're barely square at this point even.
Okay.
Like you can assume they probably were meant to be square originally, but they've been worn down so much they're not holding true to their original form. Whatever was on their surfaces has been scraped away. And those sockets on the 4 inside corners, like they are still fairly clean and well cut, but they don't look new either.
Do they look like they've been disturbed recently? Like there's not a lot of times to gather dust or?
Well, there's not a lot of dust on here because it's fairly windy up on the top of the mountain.
Okay.
So there's some dust in like the corners of the buildings, but there wouldn't be any dust collecting on these.
I'm just thinking if something was put in the 4 receptacles recently, if there would have been any like signs of recent scratches or anything.
Well, it's clearly a socket that's meant to have something put into it. It's like just a loose little dent, and it's completely scorched at this point, and that scorching is very fresh and still smoking.
Okay. Nothing nothing at the base of any of these?
No, whatever it was that was in there seems to have been completely consumed by whatever was going on.
No, I meant the base of the 4 pillars.
There's some random rubble from what remained of the ceiling when it collapsed.
Okay. Alright, I think I've gleaned everything I'm going to get out of this.
So, I'm assuming Dell is investigating with me since she's following me.
Yep.
We're checking out the upper right quadrant.
I am specifically not helping you, but doing my own investigation.
Beautiful.
Hey, what is it you're looking for?
I don't know what Dell's looking for. I'm looking. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope,
No,
go
you.
for it.
Yeah.
Nope. Dell has the better sniffer. She gets Dell first.
I was essentially just looking around for anything like unusual in the rubble, like that might have been left by the people who were here, like the cultists or whatever were here doing the nonsense they were doing before us, essentially. So something out of place is basically what I'm looking for.
And I'm looking for signs that they were even in this area. I'm almost trying to like backtrack and trace their steps.
Give me investigation checks.
This is where it sucks.
Oh.
Shut the front door.
You did good.
I know, with a -1.
Dell, you find a really old rodent nest, but it's still really interesting smelling, so you just kind of get a little distracted with that.
Oh, I was like, oh.
Lyra, you don't find anything. It doesn't look like this area has been disturbed at all. Really, there's dust collecting in some of the corners, and like most of the rubble seems to have been cleared out of the middle areas of the pathways for the most part. Some of the areas have relatively flat rubble people can easily step over, but it doesn't look like any of it's been disturbed recently at all.
Okay.
So if like there's not necessarily any real occult presence up here, and like
Okay.
you know from your time, like everybody knows about this site up here. It's a nice place people go for day hikes because it's a nice place where you can get a good view out across the town after a few hours hike up, a few hours hike back.
Right.
But that's mostly what people view this place as a nice place to go for a picnic or something like that.
But like no recent footsteps or whatever.
Not that you could tell, no.
Okay. So I would take a look through that and then like exit back out.
Like clearly there were horrible things up here, but this is pretty windswept, so there's not a lot of snow collecting anywhere. There's little bits in the corners, but not a lot to even catch footprints at all, really, to begin with.
As I'm looking through the old rodent nest, I noticed she's left. I'm like, oh no!
Do we know what this like? I know we've asked about the statue in the middle. Do we know who it's a statue of?
Give me either a history or religion check.
Both
Religion
are
checks.
garbage.
Paladins should do good, but then usually don't.
No, I get a -1 on religion.
Exactly. It's like
Int is my dumb stat.
Paladins should have
Yeah.
some kind of like natural bonus to religion to make up for the fact that they never take intellect.
No.
That's what they
They're
did
not
for
s-
clerics.
They're
Yeah.
fists of the religion, not scholars.
I was gonna say they're not so much on the book reading.
I'm here to defend the cleric.
You're not really sure, like the statue is standing, but it's worn down so much it's almost impossible to identify who it might have been used to represent. There is a hand that seems like it was held out, but it's broken off at the wrist, and whatever it was holding, if it was holding anything, is gone. There's no trace of it. And the break doesn't seem recent either, it's ages old.
Okay. Do we notice footsteps going anywhere else? I'm assuming like there's dirt on the floor. We're gonna see like shuffling and tracks and whatnot. But do we
Not a
notice
lot,
them
like
going?
you saw the tracks when you were coming up to the place. They came down the same stairs that you guys came up. And if you were to go outside the other path, you would see the tracks of the other irregulars who'd come up here the other way coming
Okay.
up, but there wouldn't be any tracks coming that way. Like how these creatures got up here, it's actually not apparent at all.
Quick out of character question: did Dork ever check what was inside the leather pouch?
He said he wanted to. We haven't really gotten around to that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious if they were carrying anything that might give us an indication as to what the hell this was.
More leather in the leather pouch. It was his leather collection.
It's like one of the endless decanters, except it's just skin.
Inception. Jesus.
Oh.
Granted, we weren't doing that kind of campaign.
Poorsies.
I'm spacing out and ignoring you guys. Congratulations.
I'm assuming eventually I'll finish casting Detect Magic.
What do we want to do first, the bag or the detect magic?
Oh, go ahead and do the bag, sorry.
What's in the bag?
Are you looking into the bag or are you reaching into the bag?
Ooh, reach it.
I'm
Don't
I'm
even look.
looking into the bag.
Ah.
I know what this bag came off of.
You don't really see anything. And by don't see anything, I mean I don't mean that you see an empty bag. I mean you don't see anything.
Like-
Like inside out.
Black hole?
Not so much black. It just seems to. Your eyes seem to skate off of it.
Bag of holding.
Yeah, what if I do try to turn it inside out?
Got a perception filter on it.
Okay, now you have an inside-out bag.
All right.
Let me check something.
Mhm.
Do I see you doing this?
Depends on where he is when he's.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm wrong. You turn it inside out, and a whole bunch of viscera comes splatting out onto the ground.
Ugh,
Oh.
man.
I should have taken my headphones off.
Sorry.
Not your fault. He's the one that turned it inside out.
That wasn't a bag, it was just a purse.
It does seem like a lot more than should have fit in there.
It was absolutely the stomach to the creature.
Aww.
But we now have a bag of holding, guys.
Ew.
When you take the time to identify it, it is a bag of holding.
Does it need...
You might want to clean it first.
Disclaimer
I'm sorry,
has
Steve, so it's like,
personal
what would a
engagement.
demon thing have inside the bag of holding?
Right.
What I've always wondered is, what happens if you shoot something inside to a... Like, if I was to shoot a crossbow bolt into an open bag of holding, when you
Yeah,
turn
totally.
it inside out, does it come out at the same force it went in?
No. It would hit something inside the bag, and then it would probably break it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it just becomes like, it just goes into a suspended state of animation in a dimensional portal.
No.
No, it's an
Damn.
extra dimensional space, so it's fine. I just did the whole, like, you can't really see into it because I thought it was funny. I wanted to reach in and grab something nasty and pull it out.
That
See,
would have been
here
hilarious.
was me thinking you could just fire a bunch of, like, projectiles into a bag and then store them for later and just unopen it and do, like, a whole Tenet style thing. And just launch them at somebody.
No, that's the old
No.
portable hole that you used to be able to fit an entire ballista into.
Yeah.
And you slap it up on a wall, the little construct in there fires the ballista out of it.
Hmm.
Ta-da!
That's the one I was thinking of. Okay. Well, we got a bag of holding. Fittingly on our pack mule.
How do you clean a bag of holding? Do you just
Inside
fill
out,
it with?
don't get in the river.
Do you just
Stick
fill
it
it
in
with
the river.
500 pounds of water?
I can
Switch it
help
out.
you with prestidigitation. It'll be fine.
Just turn it inside out and then clean it.
Turn it inside out and clean it that way, probably, yeah.
So detect magic.
Detect magic. Those 4 smoking holes have clear traces of abjuration magic. And there's a lot of necromantic leftovers all over the area.
Got it.
So give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Guide myself. Or no, I can't do that since I'm concentrating on
Yeah.
detect magic. Oh, that's still really good. 26.
Hey.
Jesus.
You don't know what it was specifically sealing away, but it's pretty clear to you that this was some kind of a seal that was broken.
Oh.
So the 4 corner pouches were all holding something that was
Well,
holding it in place,
that's not good.
and they unleashed it.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
So something is now loose on the world.
No, a seal is broken. That's not the same thing as something being loose.
No, this is me thinking out of character.
Oh.
What I'm thinking is the 4 corners each had something that was a protective seal each, that were all together holding whatever this thing was in the middle. They'd be the abjuration holding it in. When they were shattered, it got released.
What I heard on the loose, Thundercats are on the loose popped in my head.
There was thunder.
Yeah, like I don't know where this could go. Like, it could just be that this actually released a big bad guy or something, or it could be something that like
It did.
it is one of a seal of many seals that could be part of this prison that the Duke is protecting or whatever.
Well, I
But-
think Glimmer also saw the big
I did. Yeah.
whatever something that went towards the town.
Mm-hmm.
Was
So-
that from here? Did that descend down the mountain? and
It
head
came
toward-
from the bottom of the mountain.
I will note that happened before this seal was broken.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That
I
came after
didn't
the
know exactly
explosion.
when that happened.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if the Duke's still alive, we can always ask him. But yeah, I'm guessing the abjuration came from whatever used to be inside those 4 pillars in the little alcoves. And that was holding together whatever the hell that was in the middle.
Like the amulet could have been a component to this.
That's the point, we didn't find the amulet on any of these guys.
I think we've spent enough time up here. Let's go and go back to town and see what kind of problems are there now.
Agreed. I believe we have exhausted all routes of investigation here.
So which path do you guys want to go back down? The path you came up or the other path?
Quick path.
The one the bard thought he could run down, so yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
quick,
long
dangerous
path.
path or this. It's the safe path.
Yeah.
That's well maintained.
Also, Glimmer, I'm gonna lick you again.
Yay.
Because, oh my god, I just realized you're still very slow.
Yeah.
I worked out when I took 3 points of damage and then realised it was when you put your moon
Hey!
Let's go. Full health.
void hell.
That Yugula thing could absolutely have worked Glimmer in 1 round.
Aw. Hey, nobody went down in that fight.
Just
And
to be clear, those were 3 CR4 creatures.
Wow.
Jesus.
This was like double the experience load that it's supposed to be for a party of this size.
Yeah, that guys will level up tonight.
that
If they had started at like half health, that could have gone very, very, very
Yeah,
badly.
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, we seem
Only
to
thing
have
that
a
saved
lot
me
of
was
damage.
having advantage on that strength saving throw.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
With the exception of Glimmer getting pummeled, we seem to be in really good shape there and was putting out a lot of damage.
So, are we going the safe path that takes longer?
Sure, why not?
Looks like. Alright. Cool.
We have an old lady with us, let her get down safely. Plus we're down 1 rope. I don't really want to be down a second.
Cool.
Seeing as it's closing close to midnight, there's not going to be any kind of incident on the way back down the mountain. So if we want to just start up next week with you guys arriving back at Shadowgate,
Okay.
Sounds good. I will see you all after Adam's family.
Oh, next week I'm not here. So,
okay.
sorry.
You will miss me in my costume and hair. Well, not costume, but you'll miss me in my makeup and hair.
Well, this was fun and exciting.
Really
Scary.
good game. It's good. That first fight, if they didn't have disadvantage the whole time, would have been significantly harder.
Oh, yeah.
That fight was designed to be more of an environmental challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you guys climbing up, the minions were basically there as complications. They were all CR1s in bright light with sunlight sensitivity, so that
Yeah.
they would be barely able to hit you guys.
Were they Dwerga?
They were Darrow actually.
Oh, so it was Ali's husband.
Darrow,
Guess so.
D-E-R-R-O.
Oh, I thought you said Daryl. Sorry.
I know. Cool.
Right. Well, thanks very much, mate, and I will see most of you next week.
Night, everyone.
I don't know.
Good night.
All right, that's gonna be it for tonight. I don't know when I'll be back because raid team's on hiatus. I didn't stream it, but it did sub in with Relentless, my old raid team this week. I may stream that Tuesday, Thursday coming up, maybe. Who knows? Either way, it sounds like we'll be playing D&D next week, so if I don't see you until then, I will see you next Saturday. And until I see you next, as always, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And you have a great night.